Jing able to accumulate enough kills to get annihilation, so perhaps they are able to activate that for this. A seems to be now the hover again.
Oh, annihilation off the rip, looking for a catch there, but anybody able to back away, dodges that out. Now the kill contract going to be coming through, gets a grab here onto Tara. Want to play that double tap shield is there, but Tara's able to break it, finds the headshot as well. Heal in the meantime, they're on the site. Boy with one has to take the gate crash out, and now is going to be a world away. Slowly starting to rotate back across, but still minor trade outs coming through, keeps the numbers evened up.
3v3. Gonna be a stack from Ali, perhaps.
लाइव क्यों नहीं हो रहा भाई? क्या
हुआ है?
OBS की सस्ती नसें हैं क्या?
Now, towards Ali, turn for the flash, something, able to find the first, finds the second, as Keelan and Serena both get knocked down. And as that recon doesn't ping anything, they should be able to suss out that it's going to be this approach from Ali. Now confirmed, as Aka won't quite be able to line up the shots. Two players left standing, Paper X tie it up at 2-2.
It was a beautiful counter that kill contract. It was Tara in the end who won that kill, though despite the trade. It is still then full control after that something with a double K just made it things so much more easier to hold down the site. And now it's overdrive on the side of Forsaken. And I feel like they're just gonna go ham on that as soon as the barriers fall down.
In all likelihood, let's see. Sheriff's full half armors here with Peekin. Sliding away, the chase coming through. Forsaken, not wanting to overdo it, not looking to over pursue. Sets up the fast lane. Spots one there at backside. This is well coming through.
Jita.
Now just gonna be a quick little reset.
As well as their ultimate charges as well.
Game की तो कमी रखता हूँ भाई.
Incredibly clean using the fast lane into the scan to force them onto
Boba.
Just get a lot of space and.
Hello.
Standard after that.
अब सी आ रही है.
Take a look though. I'm curious how they're going to use the dimensional drift here and create pressure as we get to see your.
अभी भी कम है.
Killa already placed.
रुको एक फिल्टर लगाता हूँ मैं. एक फिल्टर लगाना पड़ेगा मेरे को फिर वॉइस में. ऑडियो गेन हो जाएगी मेरी. नॉइज गेट. गेन. अबे गेन ले आओ. हमारी है सही. हमारी होगी सही.
Swings up through top mid, catching Serena completely off guard. They're going to be taken down. So they can trade it out, trade it up.
अब सही होगा ना. गेम की आवाज कम कर देता हूँ थोड़ी मैं.
Tries to go in for the mask, but Tara swings in, finds the timing. Final cleanup 4-2. Paper X now.
हेलो. गाइस आज हम पॉच पार्टी करने वाले हैं DRX वर्सेस जेटा का. देखते हैं भाई कौन जीतेगा. जेटा के 2 राउंड थे भाई, दोनों हार गया वो. पहले PRX से था जो कल था, और आज है, आज PRX से है. कल ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट और PRX से था जो कि दोनों हार गया वो. आज भी अपना जेटा PRX से. देखते हैं भाई कौन जीतेगा. हमारा पूरा सपोर्ट PRX की तरफ रहेगा. PRX माय फेवरेट टीम भाई. गाइस बताओ, कमेंट करके बताओ कौन जीतेगा हमारे हिसाब से. मुझे हिसाब से तो भाई PRX ही जीतेगी.
PRX में का सब लड़कियां हैं क्या?
नहीं, लड़की और लड़के 3 लड़के हैं, 2 लड़कियां हैं. नया वो चल रहा है ना. ये गया. माइंड फ्रीक नहीं है, वो नहीं है.
Now in play, however, is Forsaken. Takes space over towards Boma. Spotting out Serena, spotting out Akko. Just massacring them all. Final slide forward. Gets the instant headshot. He got no hope in hell, unfortunately. Gets taken down as Forsaken does Forsaken things.
PRX 5 पे.
Mega aggressive, mega confident.
भाई W गेमिंग है, W गेमिंग, W टीम. लेकिन भाई गर्ल ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट ना हरा दी है भाई. तगड़ी तरीके से रहा था ग्लोबल.
अरे यार ये
क्या
नियोन यार.
बस इसके लिए मॉनिटर तगड़ा होना चाहिए, वरना रिफ्रेश रेट अच्छी होनी चाहिए, तब भाई तुम कितना कर पाओगे. नहीं गया. अल्ट में भी मार दिया. अल्ट इसकी थी सामने वाले की. ये मरेगा. गया बच गया.
लगती है
तो आईसो की नहीं.
अरे हाँ मतलब 1v1 कर रहा हो अल्टीवी के बाद भी
स्पीड लगा
It's
लेता
very
है
much in
वो।
the hands of Paper X. Serena
अपन
playing
ये
good
हारने
with
के
his
चांस बढ़
operator
रहा
as well.
वो तो
अच्छा
है।
नहीं है
वॉल्ट है
तो
यार
नहीं फिर भी ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई तुम्हारा एम तगड़ा होना चाहिए, भाई सामने वाला पेल भी
Spotlight
सकता है
for the
तुमको।
moment. Well, it seems like Terra
हाँ
very
ऐसा
well aware
ना
here.
उसकी हेल्थ पे जीता है।
Just hugging, waiting on the side of the smoke. B-Main noted something with it. One
क्या
tap
कर दिया?
kill. Lefty dot gets taken down, and Serena now is in
ये
the
देखो
point
एक
of no
टप।
return. No escape. No
Reveal
holding
होने
on to
के
the
बाद।
operator. Paper X, they're starting to rock
भाई
away.
बीजीएम में मार दी तो
It's
इसको ढका
like
है बोलेंगे तेरे को।
Yeah, their
यूएस में
attacking
भाई
side
बंदे
is
अलग ही
so
लेवल के रहते हैं।
dominant. Even yesterday,
उसमें तो भैया हेड ना
really,
पड़े।
really
Body
going
मार
ham,
सकते
just
हो,
going
head मार
straight
लोगे।
for full control. I mean, they, what do you call this? Zeta Division had a much
अपनी कौन सी
better
टीम है?
like position to get trades
यार
off of
अपनी
each
नहीं है
other
भाई, अपन
this time
सपोर्ट करते
around.
हैं।
But at the end of the
तू
day,
मेरी टीम बना रहा है भाई।
really
हाँ,
good
अपन
post plan,
मैं
and
घर
as well
कौन
as
सी वाली?
Forsaken
DRX
really laying down the hurt
Paper
out.
पेपर एक्स
I mean, Jing was in the lead for so very
टीम
long.
जेटा
Cebinet will take him by
एक जापान
one.
की है
Let's see though. The singular
और एक
bulldog
नहीं
sheriffs.
इसकी
The
है।
rest of the players here on Zeta's relay bolt going to be sent out.
ये
Slide forward, Forsaken as he overheated.
देख रहा भाई।
अबे दो मार गई अबे दो मार गई ये
हाँ तो भाई तगड़ा खेलता ना वो।
पता उसने
डब्लू गेमिंग है भाई पूरा वो।
Here on the approach.
ये देख बच
ले
गया।
मार
The
गया
rest of the
मर
team
गया
to try to find some impact, and there you go. Keela finding a shot, takes out Forsaken. Flash at the ready, pops it, swings the corner.
अरे
क्या
He's got
प्लेस देख
something. Now
ऐसे ही
something
तो करते हैं भाई प्लस।
numbers advantage very much here in the hands of Zeta.
मैं अगर इस पे करता ना मैं ऊपर
Really
की
good
तरफ
guns as
करता
well, coming from different
इस
directions.
तरीके का प्लेस करो, डॉज नहीं कर पाया बंदा समझ रहा है।
ओमन को कैसे मारा देख
अगर तू सामने से प्लेस करता ना तो डॉज कर लेता वो।
The shot.
और क्या
सही बात।
Weapon here in the hand of Keela, some noise being made.
ये ले
Bait
एक
crash,
साथ पीक
bait? What has happened? Keela just left Serena by herself.
अरे
No.
ले
हो गए।
I'm so confused.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
A little bit.
guess-
It's yeah.
भाई ऐसे कब
I don't know.
करेंगे
I
अपन?
don't have the answers.
बेटा तेरे को 4-5 साल लग जाएंगे ऐसे खेलने में।
Don't worry, same here.
10,000 का तो माउस यूज करते हैं एक
हाँ।
10-15 है
सोच तेरा पीसी भी नहीं होगा
to
ऐसे।
catch them off
भाई
guard
तेरे को
for
नहीं जाना
sure.
भाई।
And really great
भाई
shots.
भाई वो
by
खेलते ही
Keela,
रहते हैं भाई, उनको करा काम क्या उनका यही काम है भाई।
बोलूँगा मैं
हाँ जैसे अपन पढ़ते हैं ना तो उनका काम होता है खेलना।
So extra doable for Paper
हाँ, तो
X.
वो
जितना
जो
अपन पढ़ने में
मैं-
For
ये
second
नहीं
again,
खेलते होंगे
look at him go.
अपन पढ़ने में ग्राइंड करते हैं, वो गेम में ग्राइंड करते हैं।
Once more.
बस और क्या
Okay, so maybe Keela didn't realize
देखो उसका
exactly
reveal
where the
दिख कहाँ जा
bait
रहा
was
है।
at. Thought maybe it was closer,
maybe.
or if it really was
भाई
just a
सही है।
full-on bait to try to
पूरा मैं
set
बैठेगा
Serena up to get a surprise
स्मोक
jump
भी तो
either
वन
way.
लाइन करते हैं वो
Doesn't end up working
One
out
way
here for
smoke
Zeta.
हाँ
Pain continues. Quick little ping
ले
out.
रिवील हो गई बेचारी
Hunter Spirit to play off the
Yeah,
back of
good
that,
way.
just trying to go ahead and dissuade
Stopping.
the
देख रहा कितना
approach.
फास्ट।
But still,
साइड
Forsaken
में भी खा ली
fearlessly just charges his way into the site.
प्लांट हो गया
Fight space all the way into the back here.
उसने अल्ट चला दी
जरा
This time,
दो
he's
बंदे
able to come
हाँ देख कैसे मारेंगे देख।
on spotting out these players. Overdrive now going to be popping here from Forsaken.
नहीं मार पाया है।
Drifts over in towards B main. Drone going out. The hunt
ले
coming
ये
through the
देख
slide forward. Just
उंगली
no
है
way to try to steady that aim. Serena going for the not dead yet, but now is the last one standing and needs to find an
देख रहा
elimination.
भाई
Cannot.
स्पीड
Flawless
स्पीड
match
देख भाई
against Paper
स्पीड।
X will get themselves an 8th round win locked in.
अबे ये नियो ने बैन करो
You'll
यार
never find
बैन नहीं
Paper
भाई।
X in
अरे लियो ने
place.
स्पीड है कि
They're gonna keep
बहुत
moving.
बेकार
They're
प्लेयर
gonna
लगते
keep
हो
you.
ये
खेलने वाला अच्छा होना चाहिए भाई बस।
That's especially
पीछे
for
गाड़ी
Satan
चल रही
who
है।
caused
फास्ट
so
है
much
तो
chaos
भाई।
on Neon with the overdrive, and a lot of
भाई
ults
ये तो
actually
पहली
getting
बार
baited
देख रहा है
out
अपन।
from Zeta Division and unfortunately unable to
टाइम आउट कर
convert
दिया क्या
the not
Time
dead
out
नहीं,
yet
कर
and
दिया, नहीं।
टाइम आउट
dimensional
थोड़ी है।
drift invested.
नहीं वो तो
गेम
Now
स्टार्ट हो
they're
रहा
about
है।
to go. Paper Rex just in such a
गाइस कमेंट करके बताओ यार कौन कौन जीतेगा आज। कौन सी टीम जीतेगी? कौन सी टीम जीतेगी सॉरी।
Hands full stack up now on
दिख
the
रहा है।
side.
और इस गेम के बाद अपना होगा ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट का। भाई इसको सपोर्ट करते हैं हम ग्लोबल
Paper
स्पोर्ट
X
को।
still following yesterday's script, working their way into B. Gate crash will go ahead.
ग्लोबल
and get
स्पोर्ट
audio
और
range
शायद
from
DRX का होगा
presence.
मेरे ख्याल से।
Sound the call here to rotate.
हाँ DRX और ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट का होगा।
Funny, funny, giving it a second thought, waiting to see if there's
मैं रिवील नहीं हुआ ये।
any kind of super late lurk. As okay, Forsaken spotted.
अरे
ये देख।
मार नहीं पाया नहीं उनको कभी
वो वेट कर रहा था कि बंदा दूसरा बंदा आ जाए,
Kill.
उसको मारूंगा मैं।
Felt like it was handed to
भाई
him on
लेकिन
a silver
उसकी
platter, but now the singer going to be on the floor. Sheriff
ले।
still in hand here, but paranoia crashes across
ले,
ले
Forsaken.
अरे अरे
ये देख रहा है।
Sliding forward, I thought for sure he was going to have that final kill. Cannot make it happen. Serena drawing down, managing
ले
to
भाई।
find the one runs out of
रीलोड
bullets.
पे आ गई थी
क्या पहले तू किल लेगा ऐसे भाई?
Will I be able to take him down as it's 9-2?
सोच भी नहीं पा रहा भाई। अपन मार के पीछे हटते हैं भाई, वो घुसते हैं सीधे।
he
यार अपन
was so close to getting that
ये देखा है
additional kill after and just
डैमेज दे गया
एक बचा था उसका, एक केवल एक डैमेज। वो पीछे वाले ने मार दिया, उसको भी मार देता वो।
and they were just basically chasing Zeta down to
फॉर अ
the
सेकंड
side.
समथिंग पीछे चल रहा है, फॉर अ सेकंड। तारा
17, 8, and 3.
जो नीचे पे चल रहा है ना, जो 4 किल पे
Up across that round.
जिनने तो दाई पत्ते अपने तो जैसा लोग करेंगे चलो बढ़िया कर रहा है काम टीम
अरे यहाँ किल मैच में भी कर रहे होंगे किल आ
Find some value. Annihilation will end up going wide. Quick little TP away.
पूरा डब्लू खेल रहे हैं भाई, सामने वाले का वो मात मनोबल डाउन कर दिया उन्होंने। देख
Rotations immediately sound.
ये देख भाई, लाइन अप देख।
Slides forward, gets himself backside, able to find the
मैं तो
elimination
रश कर रहा है
कॉम्बो
ये देख।
बना के खेल रहे हैं
down. Honey Bunny finding
ये देख
पूरी
cleans one up. Forsaken still an absolute menace.
खेल ले
Keeps things even, but now Serena trades it up. Terra,
सारे ना बढ़िया
last
खेल
one
रही है सारे
standing,
ना
vulnerable. There's a swing coming through.
Down
He's
कर
able to
दिया।
find the first enemy there, protected
अब
by the
निकला
double tap.
है एक राउंड
Will get
जेटा
Zeta
का
across the line here in the final round of the half. 9 and 3 is the score.
That was a
कोई
really
सही
good
चल रहे हैं
first, two
डिफेंडिंग में
picks by
हाँ।
Serena. Being able
Attacking में
to,
देखते क्या होता है।
to make sure that it was doable for Honey Bunny.
हनी बानी
Get the trades
राउंड
off
चेंज।
off of
पता
each
उसमें
other.
क्या हुआ
That was
पूरे
a
मतलब जब
brutal
उनकी
first half,
बारी
but
आई
at
ना
least they were able to
अटैक
break
करने की
that momentum off.
भाई उनने जीतने नहीं
and
दिया सामने
gain-
वाली टीम
gain
को
some for
पूरा
themselves.
गेम निकाल के चले गए
Getting a round back here at
वो
the
अब
very
देख तू
end. Something
अटैकिंग
at
में पे
least
बता
for the squad, but still plenty of work to be done. 9 and
बहुत
3. We'll see if
तगड़ी
Zeta
है,
can
हाँ।
curse this when we come back.
हम आउट हो गया 1 मिनट का
वो राउंड वो चेंज हुआ है ना साइड, हाफ टाइम। ये समथिंग है, वो जिंग है, वो फॉर अ सेकंड है, तारा है, ये तारा है।
ये लेडीज
हाँ
घर पे इसे लगी
जीतने वाले को मानो कितना है, कितना प्राइस है?
50,000
$50,000। $50,000 नहीं, डॉलर।
डॉलर ही
हाँ,
बात ही नहीं करेंगे इंडिया में थोड़ी बोला
वही तो भाई, इसका कोच है।
क्यों मतलब जो एक बात था घर पे जैसे खेल रहे हैं ये
हम्म,
तो ये अपनी खुद की चैनल पे भी
नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये कल का गेम, कल हुआ था टूर्नामेंट, आज लाइव एडिट करके दिखा रहे हैं ये, आज थोड़ी हो रहा है ये। तुरंत
जो करवा
तुरंत
रहे हैं
भी लाइव नहीं होता, एकदम लाइव नहीं होता ये।
तो
नहीं नहीं इस पे लाइव नहीं है
स्नैपिंग हो जाएगी
सही कह रहा है
एक दिन लाइव हुआ, कल हुआ ये।
एक दिन पहले
हाँ कल हुआ, फिर एडिट होके आज, या कल हुआ है परसों, ऐसे हुआ होगा कभी ना कहीं तो।
बिल्कुल
कभी तो रीप्ले दिखा देते हैं लेकिन अपन थोड़ी कर पाएंगे लाइव में नहीं कर पाएंगे ना
लाइव पे नहीं
All right, so now time to go into the second half here. Zeta. Quite the hole that they have to dig themselves out of. You can see that massive
player
red
देख, दो
streak there
duelist
from Paper
हैं
Rex's
इसमें।
wins on the attacking side. Now
फिर टीम कॉम्बो रहती है ना उनकी, वो तो।
Forsaken 19, 9 and 3.
पता नहीं
Earlier, Zeta
आज और जीजा भाई
were able
ग्लोबल
to do
स्पोर्ट।
a fantastic job on their
करेगा ये।
pistol round, so perhaps they could replicate the same performance. Look at the stack from Paper Rex. They're going from a completely different direction off from Market.
Setting through, door shut behind. Swoop out here from Paper Rex.
ये ले ये ले ये
Made,
ले
tucked away
ये
into
ले।
something. Comes away with 2, but
ये ले
Sling traded back. It's called high
Gita.
Jing. All gonna fall to the wayside. So he can
मार
start
दी
fighting
मार
back.
दी।
Cleans up
अटैकिंग में
one.
ले जाएंगे वो
Side, but slow on health.
उबे भेड़ दी तूने,
Frenzy is able to
दोनों मार दिया भाई इसने।
survives with 16
कितने के
health.
हेल्थ जाएगी 3
And that is
पूरे पेल दिया मैंने भाई।
brutality.
नहीं कहता था
ये ना 22 किल कर दी उसके अकेले में भाई।
It did feel like it was going towards the direction of another
भाई ये
pistol
लीगा
round win, but the
दो
sandwich
तीन रेड पड़ा था
on main
22 किल हो गए भाई उसके, 22 किल, वो तो देख ले।
that pillar just really
नौ है बस
really hurt Zeta's entry from Market. And
नौ
after
किल
that,
हैं
just
यहाँ।
Forsaken just mowing and
Double digit
mowing
में
them
भी
down
नहीं
just
कर
as
पाए।
instead of
ये
that
तो भाई
first,
डब्लू भाई
despite
गेम
being
में लगे।
so low health
लेकिन
after.
स्पेक्टर लिए दो ने और एक बुलडॉग लिए जी
Not the
सीप
start
कर
they were
रहे हैं
looking for. Still no
जी
clear
हाँ।
जेटा वाले
on the side of Zeta. I thought perhaps we would see them
ये वो
just
चलाते
fully
ये तो
find
गया।
something. Lucky to
3%
escape.
पे
Choked
मर
on
गया
it. 3 HP. Might be in the meantime poking
वो तो
out
मर
from Market.
उस तरह कुछ कर
Double tap shield. Serena gets traded and Tara continues to push
पिल
forward.
दिया।
Main main. Honey Bunny
ये कर लिया पीछे से।
मारा
sit her down and go despite the headshot
वो
coming
तो
through.
PRX
Quite
जीत गई।
confirm the kill.
तो भाई
वो तो
Comes
जीत
in. Paper X are now up to 11.
अटैकिंग भी नहीं निकाल पा रहे
Scary
थे तो
stuff. Match
बिल्कुल
point.
attacking में पे
If
तो
Paper X is able to convert this, they don't have the scariest weapons, but
कौन सा
when
मैच है
I look at
qualifier
something with
वाला
the
है?
Guardian, even though he's not on Arena,
Right.
that still could spell disaster if things don't go Zeta's way. We'll have to see here. They're not yet close to their important ultimates, but if they're able to get their first pick off of something, that will definitely open up this site entirely.
This has to be the moment here for Zeta to start turning things around. A
बस
bonus
संभाल के खेला है
pretty
कितना
much just going to be
जल्दी क्या है
death sentence on
मैं वो
sunset.
तो खेले हैं ना, मतलब डाउन कर रहे हैं सामने वाले को, मतलब हाथ में नॉर्मल डाउन हो जाए उनका कॉम्पिटेंट।
वो पहली गेट गया,
तो
पहली
सुबह का
गेट
छुपा देखिए मजा आएंगे देखिए
Surely.
कितने मारेगा?
Leading
पता ही नहीं है
forward, not
सुबह।
checking behind. He's unscouted.
हाँ,
Taps onto
ओए
one. Wrong.
थोड़ा और वेट कर लेता भाई, 3 बंदे ले जाता तो 2 तो मार दी उसने,
The situation
एक गन चली गई।
stands in the cash in hand. That is such
अपन खेलते तब मुझे
devastating.
डिब्बा आता है
हाँ होता है ना, नया अपडेट में तो आया है डिब्बा,
तो नहीं है, तीन में
है
The fact that the barrier meshes is gonna
कल ही तो
slow
खेले
down
थे
this
साथ
push
में।
from
है
A.
डिब्बा,
It
तुमने
has
देखा
already
नहीं होगा उसमें,
expired, but that
मैं
still
भी
gives
कैंप
them a
कर
little bit of an idea.
वो है तो
Not
देख
exactly
रहे
an
लेकिन
idea.
भाग नहीं पाओगे उधर से पे तुम,
Just have to be worried about A at
मिल गए
least.
तो।
They didn't spot out the cross
वो
from
पता
mid,
है।
but the
अपने से
rotations
बोलो
are
पीछे
really
देखो, वो
good
पीछे
from
देखता ही नहीं है वो,
both.
अपनी टीम अलग है भाई।
यूरो वो मत
Just being cycled keeps some attention from Forsaken there. Now turns the six back over towards A. Terra for now.
4v3 है
One player within the side itself. 3 working their way steadily up through the
बे यार कंपनी वाले लग फोन लगा ला के दिमाग खराब कर रहे हैं मेरा,
ओमन बनने वाला है
Spectre here in hand.
नहीं
Smoke
मरेगा।
has come down. Gate crash. Sent fake out as well. Goes
ओए
through.
गया,
Headshot connects on the Serena. Not dead yet. Gonna be popped.
देखो भाई निकल गया।
Gets right back into the action. Gonna be hunting for a kill. Chasing forward. Finding an
Yeah.
easily reduced timer. So let's go a little bit more aggressive. Gets punished for it. Kila, however, can find one trying to back.
वही बच गया।
Turns back the 180 into the headshot on a Forsaken. Keeps him in with a decent opportunity here. Is Jing down to 45 HP.
बच गया।
One
Oh,
somehow has
वही।
not been killed.
चलेगा
Will not be able to find anything
तगड़ा।
else. Takes them down so very low, but Zeta do manage to persevere.
गेम की
here,
आवाज कम तो नहीं आ रही मेरी?
getting out of the anti-bonus and keeping themselves afloat.
A-Link tussle between the two at the end of the day. Zeta, Kira most especially, but
गेम की आवाज बढ़ाओ
this
थोड़ी।
first 2 kills from something.
अगर
The
इसे वो
drone
इसे वो
unfortunately
जल्दी
not
मार
able to
देता ना,
check
की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती
the corner by the box, really hurt them and made this round extra expensive
पता
despite
अगर
that
इसे जल्दी मार
victory.
देता ना
And
वो,
Killa with a double
सुबह।
really did help
तीनों
so
ले
well.
जा
They still
सकता।
got a couple of guns, but a lot of half shields on the side of Zeta, and a hero rifle for 2 for something, and for Forsaken.
ये
which
टूर्नामेंट
really can
देख के
be
तू गेम
deadly
खेली, फिर गेम
on the
गेम
right
देखी
player.
कितना इम्प्रूव होता है तेरा गेम।
एक गेम है यार,
Half shield goes through. Tower gonna take it down as Honey Bunny's able to find the kill, and Jing sent
Honey
back
Bunny,
over towards
ये
A
क्या
side.
करता
Fast
रहा?
rotations coming through. Paper X. Gonna try to back him up here. And this barrier mesh cuts off access.
Billion,
Swing on
billion.
the corner, and Jing finding the headshot. Takes out Honey Bunny. Now the net gonna be thrown in. Will
अब
be
गए
around.
गए।
Just get taken down, but the rest
ओह
of the team
बिल्लियन
Paper X
बिल्लियन।
start working their way into the site.
1v1
Nico Hybe, flying 2. Slide
Oh,
forward.
भाई।
Forsaken trying to close the distance,
भाई
trying to
डाउन
up the
निकाल दो।
pace.
वुकोंग
Cannot find the shots. 5 HP remaining. Aka will stay alive. As Zeta
पाँच निकाल गए।
continue to run this back.
Great
इनको
shots by
2 राउंड
Akko,
चाहिए
for sure, and
DRX
the initial kills once more. The trades have been working out. Serena most especially. I mean, Paper X, that was incredibly close. It was their own buy round, a couple of half shields on Zeta. They're still able to hang on to this map. It's going to be a tall order for them to catch up, especially when we look at Overdrive and Hunter's Fury available for Paper X. They could be extra aggressive with this one.
Aggressive.
इस पे लगा
ठीक है, मुझे लगता है।
Really catch
नहीं भाई डॉज कर लेते हैं।
Looks like players widely able to dodge him out. If he does get clipped by the first
Health तो
burst,
चली गई ना,
he's
लेकिन-
Forsaken.
वे।
Push forward and Kila is not ready for it. Really
Yeah.
going around the corner. The slide and the instant
ये
headshot
वही।
into the third one.
अबे वो पागल हो गई
Oh,
पागल हो गई
Forsaken.
वो पागल हो गई
He's having far too much fun. Looking to bring this round to a conclusion. Serena's now going to be the last one standing. It's a pick me up. That's the swing out on the corner.
भाई स्पीड तगड़ी है भाई।
Take it down now.
एक जेट हुई,
12-5
रहना हुई,
Paper
रहना
X.
भी हो जाती है भाई पलट
Stop
करके।
them in their tracks and get up to map point.
तो आ गए।
Yeah, that push with the Hunter's Fury information really
कोई
stopped
comeback
Zeta
करने की
from
वो नहीं है।
having a lot of time and space enough to make their own first blood or first movements. And the constriction of space that Paper X did, I just Forsaken. Look at him, just 27 kills. Are you kidding me?
20 27 किल मार दी भाई इसने, 27 किल बार बार चल इन दो बंदों के मिला के नहीं है टूरिस्ट की। क्या लगता है 40 किल नहीं 40 किल भी करेगा, 30 किल कर देगा।
16 तो मैं ही मार देता।
तेरी बात ही अलग है।
ले
ले पी लिया भाई।
अल्ट पे आ गई
अल्ट नहीं बचा रहा है।
ले भाई
DRX
क्या भाई जैसे लास्ट में जो बढ़िया तो अल्ट आ भी जो है अल्ट में फंसा है बंदा।
बहुत जल्दी खत्म कर दिया भाई इन्होंने। तेरा कितने ले चल रहा था गेम?
Yeah, it did feel like a little bit of a repeat, especially Forsaken.
लेकिन भाई ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट ने हरा दिया था इनको।
Just bulldozing his
इनको
way
टीम को
through
जीती है
every
जब
single
DRX।
site, even on the
इंडिया
switch,
का
on
वो है अपना
defense, he's still
ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट।
such a big menace on just trying to chase people down, hunt people down on the opposition. Again, we see a lot of really amazing shots
अबे भी
from
तो है 6
Cebinet,
बजे तक चलेगा अभी तो।
as well as Honey Bunny, but at the end of the day, it's still not enough when it comes to these. Forsaken is just up in your face.
Well, that's just brutality and something that Zeta's going to have to try to shake off, but Bind coming up needs to be a difference maker for him, but it's just surprising to see that this was the map
गेम नहीं खेल रहा।
from Zeta. It's not
गेम खेलेंगे वाली बस ये हो जाए उसके बाद खेलते हैं, फिर आधे घंटे एक गेम और हो जाए फिर उसके बाद खेलेंगे। नहीं अभी ये हो गया, उसके बाद एक और दो, अगर ये राउंड जीत गए दोनों 2-0 हो गई ना तो तीसरा राउंड नहीं होगा, ठीक है। अगर 1-1 हो गया तो तीसरा राउंड होगा। तो वो
तीन में से
हाँ
2 जीत रहे हैं।
2 जीतेंगे तो जीत आएंगे तो पैसा में देंगे।
नहीं, अभी तो वही चल रहे होंगे क्वालीफायर
absolutely.
पे
हाँ।
सेमीफाइनल पे
I
फाइनल
mean,
होगा।
it was really
ये तो day
it was
3
a
चल
really
रहा
nice
है।
attempt having to see, the Acer getting picked up.
बस ये
the
चालू हो जाएगा अभी
Nvidia
10
picked
मिनट
up
में,
as well
फिर
alongside
उसके
the
बाद जो
close,
2-0 हो जाएगा ना फिर उसके बाद
Cebinet
थोड़ा
has
समय
been,
लगेगा फिर खेलेंगे अपन एक
landing
गेम
a lot of these
कॉम्पी,
amazing
आधे घंटा
shots,
लगेगा
but
चालू होने में।
Paper Rex with the first kills.
आधा घंटा लगेगा अभी चालू होने
नहीं
में।
अभी नहीं, ये तो जल्दी चालू हो जाएगा दूसरा राउंड तो।
That's a lot.
जब एक टीम हार जाएगी पूरी तो दूसरी टीम खेलेगी, ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट खेलेगी और DRX खेलेगी। उनमें से DRX ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट अपने इंडिया का वो है, इसमें इंडिया की है फ्रेंचाइजी, और एक है DRX कोरियन की है।
So, I mean, come on,
Wow.
Jason. What is that, ACS? That is appallingly good. 420 ACS with 6
अब जो अपनी
first
गलतियों
kills,
से सीख
28 and
जेटा।
13. This is
नहीं जेटा तो पूरे सब में आ रही गई भाई,
disgusting
पूरे
figures here from
जितने भी खेली भी 3 दिन से खेली, 3 दिन से आ रही
Yeah,
है।
yes, especially again Forsaken. Oh, it's Sunset with this neon in particular. It's just so fun to watch, and again, just seeing him just create so much chaos and pressure, and just a lot of
Headshot
damage
percentage
done
देख रहा है,
with
83
that ACS. As
वही।
we said, 420, just so much.
काश 70-37 है,
somehow less ADR
तगड़ा भाई।
compared to what we saw from
डैमेज
Crystal yesterday
71
with
काश
160,
Neon
but
जब खेल
still
रहा था।
a phenomenal
for a second.
performance here from Forsaken. I mean, the ACS is so ridiculous. I'm not even going to make the obvious joke. It's not even just
1.6 की KD।
it doesn't matter. Anyway,
हा 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 हा।
what a game. That was Bind. Now we have to ask the question, what do we see on Bind? Because we haven't really gotten to see this map. It's finally coming through, and
चलो
DRX have been changing things around.
भाई अपन भी ऐसी कास्ट
Now even
करेंगे
Zeta
नहीं।
experimenting as well. So we don't know what to anticipate.
What
We're
are
on
you
the
doing,
grassy
bro?
side. Maybe the viewers could put something together. I don't know, but either way, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we will have all of our questions answered. So don't go anywhere.
4 मिनट में चालू हो जाएगा। ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट और DRX इनका होगा मैच। अच्छा
बताएंगे मेरे बात 5 मिनट 8 बजे वैसे तुझे क्या लगता है
मुझे क्या लगता है
मुझे ये होता है वो पब्लिसिटी जाएगी तो ये स्ट्रेटजी तो बच्चे ही अपना स्ट्रेटजी तो अपनी टीम में रखेंगे ना क्या 2 मैच हो जाएगा एक साथ
हाँ दोनों टीमों का अलग अलग मैं लाइव स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ मेरा सीपीयू कितना प्रोसेसर यूज हो रहा है 8% 9% बस
भाई सही है यार पूरा दिन तो है
गेम नहीं खेल रहा यूट्यूब भी तो कर रहा हूँ
गेम में कितना करती
गेम में तो गेम भी खेलता हूँ लाइव स्ट्रीम भी होती है उसमें तो 80-90 ऐसे करता है
तो फिर वो है ना प्रोसेसर और ये कार्ड वगैरह ग्राफिक्स कार्ड भी है वीडियो कितना पड़ेगा 135 पड़ेगा
2:32 मेरा कितना लेट चल रहा है 2 सेकंड लेट चल रहा है 27 4 सेकंड लेट चल रहा है कौन सा मैप सिलेक्ट किया होगा आइस बॉक्स नहीं किया होगा हेवन साइड हैपन या स्प्लिट वो भी उसका वो था ना चेनसो का वो म्यूजिक भाई अच्छा लगा भी मेरे को हाँ चेनसो का 1 नंबर लगा भाई मुझे नहीं सोलो लेवलिंग में इनका समूह का देखा मेरे को बस उस चेनसो का मस्त लगा
और डीमन स्लेयर वो भी है
जो टीम अच्छी है DRX अच्छी टीम है थोड़ी ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट हार ना जाए चलो
वही क्या भी है
स्पॉटलाइट सीरीज
Alrighty, we are back. Map 1 out of the way here in our first series to round out the group stage. Zeta Division elected to take us to Sunset, and that was clearly a bad idea because DRX destroyed them. It was very dominant.
एक्सप्रेशन दे रही है
वही जो बोला है ये देखा एक्सप्रेशन
हो रही है क्या सर ये
हाँ ऐसा लगा आंखों में मिर्ची लग गई उसके हैं आंखों में मिर्ची लग गई उसके
अपन लैब पे बुक कर रहे हैं ये बॉडी से में केस लगा
नहीं तो अपन कुछ गलत थोड़ी बोल रहे हैं मिर्ची लग गई ऐसे बोल रहा है
break that trend, break that pattern since day number 1 here in the Spotlight series. And I guess the biggest question is how they're able to do that. We talked about having to try and match fire by fire, but at the same time, I guess it's one of those things.
Riku Cast.
How do you deal with Forsaken first?
Kilos
You know, that's
Cast.
the first layer that you have to deal with. I mean, he might be playing something entirely different. Maybe not the Neon anymore. Maybe we get to see, you know, I don't know, Gecko again
अरे जी
on
टाइम तो
something.
बोलेंगे
Perhaps
तो
maybe
नहीं
there's
कि
नहीं
just a
नहीं
lot
नहीं
that
इतना
they
नहीं
can
बोलेंगे
do. I feel like we haven't
पर
even
नहीं बोलेंगे
necessarily
भाई
seen the operator
मेरे को
being used
मालूम
at
है
all on
तो जाना देखता हूँ मैं अभी
Sunset, but I
देख
feel
चालू हो
like it
जाएगा
might
सीधा
be a problem here
बारी रुक जा
on
थोड़ा
Bind.
बस
Yeah, I mean, a brief glimpse of
नहीं
it
नहीं
there.
एडिट है ना वो थोड़ी चल रहा है लाइव
Not able to hold on to it, end up losing the weapon. So yeah, it hasn't been something that's cropped up too much. Bind probably going to be similar to yesterday when we were going from Sunset into Ascent. A very different story. So I'm expecting to see a lot more opping coming into this map, but who is using it is going to be a completely new question. For Paper X, that can always just be passed around, pretty much no matter what. But which agents is it going to be in the hands of? Is it going to be Reyna here for something once again? Is he going to be playing Jet? Is it going to be a double duelist setup here? Do they run Forsaken on Yoru with Jing on Raze and something plays Gecko? Like, there's a million different things that both teams, frankly, could be doing here on this map. So I'm very curious to see what things are going to look
बस
like.
इनका मैप सिलेक्ट हुआ मैप सिलेक्ट हो रहा है
We have
लगता
no
है
data. It's a tournament that's widely here for fun and to just show off these mixed gendered rosters and everything like that. So with lower stakes and Alex not being here, the sky is the limit.
They can definitely play around a little bit more over here on their compositions. I mean, it could be anything really, just as you said. Makes me wonder now for Zeta as well if they do a double back on what they wanted to do earlier with the Yoru and the ISO here on Bind, or bring back the Honey Bunny Neon, because yesterday I think he did pretty well on Ascent when he was on Neon.
Yeah, I think that would be perfectly fine, and I think that would be a big boon for them, because that performance on I mean, being able to have a Neon that impactful on Ascent already, a testament to the player's ability there. So I think that doing that here on Bind makes a lot of sense, and I kind of expect to see it, but maybe Zeta also has something else up their sleeve. Maybe they want to run a double duelist composition again and have that Yoru in the mix. So we'll have to just wait and see what this all does end up looking like. But I'm just imagining right now we get to some crazy combination of agents for Paper X. Alex is watching. He's riding the ski lift up to the top of the mountain. He freaks out as he's watching on his phone, and he just ends up dropping his phone off the lift, never to be seen again.
Oh no, not the phone dropping. That's not what you want.
Nope. Yeah,
no table, so it's gonna be the phone.
You'll never see it again as well. He's in Hokkaido. There's nothing but powder snow. That thing is gonna go and just dive 6 feet under the snow immediately. So you won't be able to find that thing until summertime when it all melts. So, but I think he'll be okay. I'm pretty sure he could.
हो जाएगा
Another phone. He'll be all right.
True. That's very true. Oh. I thought we were heading out. I get a little bit of the spoiler here, but yeah, 13-5. It is Paper X just being so extra comfortable with that Sunset. But
दूसरा है Bind, तीसरा है Ascent.
Paper X starting off
Paper X एक और जीत गई तो खत्म.
They have shown how they can be quite stellar and aggressive. That, just because it's defense doesn't necessarily can push space a little bit more. So Zeta Division. If they want to play default, they gotta be wary of Paper X pushing them.
That they do. Well, it seems like we should just be a few scan moments away from getting that agent select ready to go, so that we can finally feast our eyes. But this just has to be that turning point here for Zeta. Last match of that group stage. You don't want to go out without being able to have that singular map win under your belt at the very least. So give us that. Give us a 3-mapper. Let us see Ascent once again. I think it'd be a good time. So we'll see if that's going to be in the cards. But this is quite scary. Oh, wait. Is this backwards? Yes. Oh, okay. Now the graphics updated. So Paper X did pick Sunset, and it's Zeta who picked Bind. Okay, now I see.
चालू.
So the previous one was just incorrect.
Right. Yeah.
बस करो वही.
I mean,
कितना
earlier
बोलोगे
the
यार?
bands felt like, yeah, you're right. Now it does make a lot of sense. And honestly, Zeta Division can pull off any surprise. This is the time to play extra loose. Play freely. Got nothing to lose here. and then just play what you want.
I'd say just go crazy and have the most fun that you can. Because the most fun that you can have is when winning, obviously.
True.
So just get in there, just take the pressure off your shoulders, pick whatever you want. Get that out of my hand, and just go wild with it. That'd be a good time. So we'll see what occurs.
Yeah, I really.
But it seems like maybe they need a little bit more time. I don't know what's going on. Players taking the time, getting ready to get into the lobby or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting to see what's going on. So we're just ready full time once more.
Yeah, maybe it's they need like extra words from their coach, from like the extra hurrah before the potential, hopefully not the last
खत्म ही नहीं कर रहे भाई ये अपनी
of this
होने वाला
spotlight
बस अभी रुक
series.
जा
So I don't know what they're gonna.
इतनी देर नहीं चलती वैसे बड़े बड़े टूर्नामेंट होते हैं ना उनकी ज्यादा चलती है कल भी देखा था मैंने कल इतनी नहीं चली थी इनकी
Break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll get into these binds. So don't go anywhere, and thanks for sticking with us through the difficulties.
बहुत लंबी
4 मिनट में हो जाएगा अगले 4 मिनट तब तक मैं 1 मिनट में आया मुझसे
4 मिनट वेट करो 5 मिनट में आया नहीं यस
ओए
हाँ हेलो
क्या चल रहा है वेजे हैं
क्या चल रहा
एक मुसलमान बच्चा नॉनवेज ले गया टिफिन में तो उसको स्कूल से निकाल दिया
पता यार यूपी में तो अभी केस नहीं हुआ दलित दूल्हा को वो भी दूल्हा पुलिस वालों तो भाई घोड़ी नहीं जानता हो तारीख में बारात गई थी तो पुलिस को
बताओ आज के जिंदगी ऐसी कैसी है
भाई यूपी जो ही होता है यूपी में पढ़ाई लिखाई से कोई मतलब नहीं है कोई को होता है कि
और मैं पता कौन पहुंच गया
हाँ
इंदौर में वो विधायक पहुंच गया वो झोपड़ी वाला विधायक
कौन है झोपड़ी वाला विधायक झोपड़ी वाला
आप पार्टी से बनाता दलित विधायक आदिवासी
जो पता नहीं है मेरा तो इंदौर में पहुंच गया
और मैं सपोर्ट में पहुंच अभी जेल से बाहर आया क्योंकि बीजेपी वालों ने उसको जेल में डाल दिया था यार
जिनकी तो जेल
जमानत मिल गई
पता नहीं यार ये सब पकड़वा का है
इवेंट में चल रहा है जो बीजेपी वाले विधायक
सही काम कर रहा है
और टमाटर बड़े क्या
जा सकता हूँ वो अमेरिका की वो नहीं की तूने
अबे
हाँ
2 मिनट बची हैं
2 मिनट 2.5 मिनट 2 मिनट
के जो कैरेक्टर है ना उनकी एनिमी बना हुआ है
वही तो हाँ इनके ऊपर मूवी बननी चाहिए बीच में आई तो थी वो लेकिन पता नहीं क्या बनाया उसने आर्केन बनाया नहीं आर्केन बैलो की तो है आर्केन पता नहीं बनाई कैसे लेकिन उसे पता नहीं है बैलो की वेबसाइट पे भी डली है वो तो
हाँ पर उनका टाई अप है आर्केन की वो बेचते हैं स्किन्स बेचते हैं और वो वाला
ये आनी चाहिए भाई मस्त चलेगी है
नाम बदला नहीं
अब वो एनिमे देखिए तुमने वो आर्केड एनिमे क्या नाम है अरे वो एनिमे की बोल रहा हूँ आर्केड एनिमे नाम
आर्केन वही तो है
आर
बात
के
कर रहे हैं यार।
अरे मैं सुनाई नहीं आई थी। तो वो कैसी है? माँ की छोटी थोड़ी सी
देखी
अच्छी
नहीं,
है,
देखी
बड़ी
नहीं मैंने।
नाम है ये।
अच्छी है, रिव्यू वगैरह
इंग्लिश
अच्छे
में
हैं।
है शायद ना।
हाँ,
बाकी भी ग्राफिक्स तो अच्छे हैं, अभी तो पता है सबकी अलग अलग पावर। 40 सेकेंड।
अरे मैंने उसमें वो नहीं डाला, वॉच पार्टी।
तो
We are back, and hopefully just
अबे
momentarily getting into the second
नहीं
quarter
फिर आ
of
गए,
our
नहीं
first
फिर आ गए।
series as we look to round
नहीं
out this
अपनी
group
ब्रेक ले
stage.
रहे हैं, जैसे उसको शुगर है।
Getting ready to go into bind here. And right now, Zeta Division needing to bounce back in a major way. If you missed the first map, wouldn't be too shocked because it went by pretty quickly.
एक बैलो
Looks like
खेलेंगे
bind
वैसे,
over
अबे इतना टाइम नहीं
Flex.
लगता, तो नहीं
So
लग रहा है।
now we have bind, the last thing standing between.
अबे रिकॉर्डिंग है, फिर भी तो टाइम पूरा लाइव चला रहे हैं, तो स्टैटिक
लगाओ
थोड़ी ना
लगाओ
करेंगे।
लगाओ वैलोरेंट वालों को।
This is definitely is something that they really need to, you know,
चलो
gather
आज के लिए इतना
like
ही।
all their strategies, everything, and
अबे
then
एक तो देख
dig
ले,
deep into their
ग्लोबल स्पूट को तो
pockets
डालूंगा
every
भाई,
single thing.
ग्लोबल
We're gonna
स्पूट
have
का।
to throw it here onto bind, and
बने रहने के लिए
honestly, yeah,
धन्यवाद।
the
अब हम
first map
खेलेंगे
really
गेम।
went by super quickly. It was
अब हम
forsaken.
खुद खेलेंगे गेम।
That's all I'm gonna say.
ये नहीं खेल
Forsaken
पा
was
रहे।
बोले
but
चल
bind
पा
could
रहे हैं वो
possibly
ये।
be a different story. I mean, they don't really have to worry about any sort of or quote mid lane to worry about this time around, but they do have to worry about the teleporters and all of that. So I'm really excited to see how creative
खेला है वैलोरेंट।
Zeta could get. So if they can't fight fire with fire, then they can be a bit more on towards
ये
the
मेरा
rotation
मूड
side,
दर्द हो
the
गया
macro
भाई।
side of things.
कैसे?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to be getting an
भाई मेरे को तो
understanding
बढ़िया
क्या
लगता है भाई।
of what PaperX is doing is difficult
नहीं,
for a
गेम
lot of teams.
देखने से नहीं, ये
But
ये
if
बेर
they're
आ रहे हैं
able
वहाँ
to
से।
do that, they'll also be able to fight back here. But right now,
में।
just the calling from the side of PaperX, they're playing around that
एक तो
sunset
अपन ने
so
आगे
well.
एक्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आता क्या बोलते
वही
हैं।
तो।
का बात पे टॉपिक पे बात हो रही है, समझा था।
PaperX just end up going to be able to get a lurk forward that is completely, you know, something tucked away.
चालू हुआ, चालू हुआ।
Main.
क्या चालू हो
Things like
गया?
that that are just not being tracked.
गेम
कब हुआ?
Be able to get that read.
अबे मेरा है वो।
अरे मतलब
Continue to step things up with firepower department. Good God, everybody on PaperX.
अरे मैं उसे देखा, अचानक देखा
वो
था।
इस पे दिख रहा है ये मेरा।
Wonderful performance from him on the
दिख
deadlock.
रहा है।
Forsaken stealing the show, but
गेम
everybody
कैप्चर
was
लगाना
just
पड़ेगा।
putting up such significant
अरे कितने
numbers.
सारे बन गए यार, एक
वो
तो मेरे
देखा।
डिस्प्ले कैप्चर, इनको डिलीट मारूं पहले तो मैं।
Was there from
मैं डिलीट
Zeta.
मारूं गेम कैप्चर
भाई बना
इमेज,
लो फिर तो।
सब्सक्राइबर,
नया प्लेयर है
सब्सक्राइबर गोल,
So
सोशल
we need to see
पेज,
levels up in level ups in those
काउंट,
two departments. If
यार
so,
मैं तो मन नहीं कर
कैप्चर।
रहा।
here on Bind.
हवा का वगैरह
Yeah,
लगी करेगी।
exactly. I mean, they've managed to show what it takes, and they've got little bits of pieces and moments.
डिस्प्ले
From
कैप्चर करूंगा,
yesterday,
डिस्प्ले
we
पकड़ ले।
talked about Honey Bunny Neon. We talked
This
about
couple
Cebinet as well on the Clove earlier. She
कर
had a
ली
couple of
डिस्प्ले कर रहा
multi-frags.
हूँ।
Just trying to whittle down the numbers of Paper Rex.
अरे
But
जी अरविंद सर
again,
मरे नहीं
Akko
जाए।
as well had her own
अनसन पे
moments.
बैठे
क्या हुआ?
Yeah, even yesterday
Oh,
on
well.
Haven, having to get
Arvind
that
बता रही
big
है
4K. But it's one of those things where
हाँ।
you definitely, when you're up against Paper
खत्म।
Rex, you need it
अनसन पे
every,
बैठे
you
गए हैं,
need that
पानी नहीं
every
पिएंगे
single
लोग कह
round.
रहे हैं।
नहीं पियेंगे
Difficult
तो हो
to
गया।
try
तो
to
उससे क्या होगा?
maintain those performances and you know find
अनशन कर रहे हैं, आंदोलन
that's been
सरकार के खिलाफ।
वो तो भाई
you know,
भाई बैठे हैं,
from
खुन्ने में
this
जाके पी लेंगे भाई।
squad throughout this tournament has just been, you know, the peaks are there, but
अरे
it
नहीं।
isn't really
ये नहीं करे, अरे बहुत
maintained.
बढ़िया
It's
सर है
more
जी।
like this
Match
rather
found.
than anything.
हिमालय अपने एमपी के खान सर जैसे
You
हैं।
actually want the flat line, you want it to be consistent rather than
Yeah.
constantly going like this.
हाँ,
But we'll have to just wait and see. It looks like I think we're waiting on this
गाइस जब तक चालू हो रहा है तब तक अपन एक डीएम खेल के आते हैं।
Here we go. Hey.
हो गया चालू?
I was just about to
वो
say
कर दिया
a
उन्होंने।
little bit more time, but it looks like it's should be good. to
Death
go.
match.
So let's see.
हो
what
गया?
we finally do have
नहीं हुआ।
as okay. This is not what I
Wow.
was expecting for Zeta Vision, but it's almost exactly what I was expecting for Paper X.
I love this so
Bye.
much. It's Serena this time going to be on the arena. I
feel no empathy for them. What does that say about me?
Earlier on the cloak,
Don't
fight.
fight. It was rhetorical. Move.
he was able to get those, I suppose, resets on the boards. The same thing can be done on Arena.
फेल दिया रहा
Just that adds that big explosiveness alongside with Kira as well on that clove. But yeah, I'm expecting them to expect a lot.
भाई मेरे स्ट्रीम में पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है स्ट्रीम में मार किल नहीं कर पाता मैं जैसे खेलूंगा ना बिना स्ट्रीम के किल करता हूँ बढ़िया
इतना खेला शॉट्स बना लिए
वो कहाँ देख रहा था भाई
You die.
Oh yeah.
crosshair बदलना
Zeta definitely
Huh?
has to watch out for that. I mean,
कॉर्सर सही है मेरे से
map
ये तो कॉर्सर है मेरे
Leon
देखूं
was already pretty much a big statement. So the Forsaken on Leon
एक
will
नमन का था
definitely
कहाँ है मैं नमन
have just as much of a fun time, especially once the dimensional drift is going to be activated later on. You don't know where he's going to be coming
Jing
from.
ले
He's
रहा
going
है
to activate so many flashes for the team, and you do have to worry about Jing also flying across the map as well. So
किससे खेलूं
again, just as you said, it's going to be scrappy. It's going to be chaotic when both combinations clash.
मैं खेल नहीं पाऊंगा भाई
God forbid we get
Shame.
five ultimates available for both teams. Nightfall is orbital strikes.
मेरे इंतजार में ही बैठा था क्या
Reyna dismissing across the map. Clove,
बैट सिंह ले लेता
same
तो
with
बच
the,
जाता
the not dead yet showstoppers.
चीजें बस मेरे को समझ नहीं आया है बैट पे अल्ट्रा
All of it,
स्विंग
but it's gonna be great. So we've got in the bottom. The player.
देती जा रहा
It's not in the comments. We're talking ad nauseam, but
दो तो मार रहे हैं दो तो
cover the game as much as we reasonably can, so that it is now
जिसमें भी गेम करते हैं
talk about pretty much anything else. So I've got a giant bottle of water.
कॉर्सर कर
She's a fellow caster.
20 मिनट हो गई 20 मिनट से वो चालू नहीं हुआ पता
वो तो लंबा चलता है
Litters are
30 मिनट चला वो
3,
5.
1.5, and 3.
ये अच्छा है ना
Okay. Okay, that's
अबे
really good. Do not be like me. I only have a mug full of instant coffee. It's the arcane mug.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. But that's all I have at the moment. Right now.
Make sure that
Dominating.
देख रहा तीन तीन तरफ से ले रहे हैं
Irrelevant.
Now I'm gonna have to fix my seated position. Okay, yeah, I got my coffee.
Well, all we had to do was cover one stupid thing, and now we're into the game and we're into the round. As Sunny goes bouncing forward, Tara hits the clear amount of damage. Welcome to the pistol round, everyone. As we're going to find one Forsaken going to be taken down. Spike is getting planted, and UI busted here for the moment. So
10 kills remaining.
get that fix either way. Triple kill, by the way. They're watching around the back. And given that Keeler's not moving, I'm guessing that there's a... Oh, nope, they're moving now. They've gotten it there, and as they pull off the view,
5 kills remaining.
nations get right back into it. News comes through, and Paper X will take it.
Action right off the bat. The pattern is there. Paper Rex. I mean, Zeta were able to
मैं काई से मारे आ रही है तुम
some pistol. Paper X
Dominating.
but then that retake was just very clean, playing off of each other with a double peek and just finishing off the round. Kohabi. So, off to a great start, Paper X.
Outlaw, oh, sir.
Yeah. Perfect
Snap,
heading.
Aula on hand.
Perfect.
Oh, catches a glimpse, but now they know it's in play, but Forsaken swings
One
right
kill remaining.
Nicely done. Yeah.
Well,
It was first shot didn't work out, but -1 already on paper X.
Body off the shoulder there. Two weapons now in the hands here of Zeta.
ले
Oi.
होगा चालू
Very much slowed down.
अभी भी नहीं हुआ
I think this caterpillar smokes
हो गया?
into the site here.
हो गया अबे हो गया भाई मैं गेम खेल
हो
रहा हूँ
गया, एक राउंड भी हो गया
मैं तो कह रहा हूँ
भाई, एक राउंड भी हो गया।
कोई ना
Volley thrown down. Tara.
DRX तो जीत रही है
Something actually who's collecting
तो
everything.
यार
4K for him.
भरवां खेल
Paint shell's going to be lobbed forward.
भरवां खेल रही हो भरवां।
Keela tucked away into the corner. Something going to be wanting
अबे
yet
इस कर
another
दिया
ace,
इसने
and he will find it.
कौन ने
Not
करा
one
ये
yesterday,
भाई
gets one
ये-
today. Paper X
चिंग ने कर दिया
starting things off 2-0.
Yeah, not on a
किसका
radar this
इसका
time.
वो
समथिंग का
भाई इसका तो
इसका
फेड है
With
समथिंग
the
का हाँ
rifle
सीख भाई
and
देख
just-
फेड सीख
just
कैसे
like
गिरते हैं
that. Already nightfall
भाई
on
फेड के
for
सबसे ज्यादा
round number 3, which makes retakes just so much easier
kill.
in case Zeta is able to get the plant down.
भाई 2 राउंड
Serena
में
though,
7
good
किल
first blood, but it's just that
मतलब
the
जय ने एक
re-smokes,
लगाई
they
है
were all tucked
इसी की तो
in
ये थे
onto long, unfortunately unable
Really
to
good.
bypass Paper Rex's defense, mainly something just hammering down the pain.
Looking for the aggressive swing
गए
out here in the
दोनों
showers, but Honeybuddy
Really
letting
मार
go.
दिया
Everybody ends up
दोनों
back in
को
kindness. Forsaken to Hive will both get absolutely blown to smithereens.
ओए,
Push forward into the
Let's
smoke.
see
Though
दोनों
Tara finds two. Hadn't even really spotted Akko, but
देख ले
still
पेड़ देख
gets the
ले
headshots across. And suddenly we're in a 3v3.
फेड है कहते हैं
It's massive.
Serena looking to just bring this back into their favor.
पेड़ ही ना दिख रही है
Lear forward.
अरे देखा है
Something
ये
he
फिर
will find
मार
it.
कैसे मारा उसने देख
Takes it down.
अगर वो तोड़ता तो उसे मालूम पड़ जाता बंदा है उधर फिर तोड़ा नहीं
As I think Keela is
Why
having
not
some
totally?
issues. And it's unfortunate. The weapon drawn back out. And will get taken down. That looks like maybe that might have been a ping thing either way. Rotation coming in with Dot with 45 HP, trying to make their way across the map.
Yes.
Noted here in a moment, and there's the
ये मार
catch.
गई
3-0
भाई
start.
फेड
Paper
तो
X
होता
has
है
bonus conversion.
Nicely done by Paper X here. Didn't even need the Nightfall invested and taken carried over onto round number 4. Really nice shots by Serena though.
इसमें भी
and a
PRX
lot of
ही
these
चाहिए ऐसा लग रहा है
opening
मुझे
picks, unfortunately unable to convert. It's always having to
जेंट
have a
आपको
hard
कुछ
time,
स्टडी
you
चेंज
know,
करनी
breaking
पड़ेगी
through the initial line of defense, if you will. Now long might be the next next point of contention
देर
here.
माइज में है ना
That is a full stack
कहाँ
with
कर
Paper
रही
X
है?
as well.
रिवील कर रही है ये देख होगा
क्या
रिवील
बात है
At the ready.
कैसे करा कर
ओहो
Double ping in the meantime. Forsaken
भाई ये
swinging
तो
out
नया पता ही नहीं तो
into C long. I mean, it's just a triple approach. They just only have left Jing over on that one side of the map. They just look to overwhelm, looking down that
नाइफ
चलो
वो
भाई।
नाइफ अरे यार
line
नाइफ
it
कर
up.
दी
ठंडी हो गई
Not much to be done there.
भाई ये तो बहुत स्पीड में निकलो
Flawless coming through. Paper X now 4-0 as they just up the aggression.
Yeah.
इनकी स्पीड देखिए किस
That's
स्पीड
the
से करते हैं
scary
वो
part
पावर
about
यूज
Paper
तू
Rex.
इंतजार
Once they
इंतजार नहीं
get
करते वो
ultimate,
और
like,
यार
100% more than past that confidence. You're just definitely
Serena.
gonna push
इन्हें
all
मतलब
of
इतनी
these
हैबिट हो जाती
spaces.
है कि फिर उतना
Data
वो
division though,
सोचना नहीं
Serena
पड़ता
now
ऑटोमेटिक
able
उंगलियां
to
चलती हैं
हाँ
by
सिचुएशन
the
के हिसाब
operator. Let's see what angle
इतनी
will be
हैबिट हो
challenged
जाती
here.
है
It seems that they're leaning close to baths. But we'll have to see
वही
if
वही
Tara
अब मैं
does
इधर
indeed
लगाया
try
करूँ
to
कैमरा
peek
वो
that.
कैमरा
It
कहाँ
does
लगा
seem
रहा
she's satisfied just staying in that vicinity.
Caller to check.
चला दिया
खेल दिया भाई
He's
इसने
just
हाल
gonna swing out. I thought he was gonna go for the dimensional drift, the scout, but
Same.
no, just challenges in for the fight, and Honeybuddy just gets destroyed. Server the op holding well back, staring over towards showers, but it doesn't feel like Tara has any need or wants
पेड़
to
दोनों
push
साइड
that far forward. So I'm not sure if Serena's gonna be able to get
Jing.
too far here as Keela just spotted from bottom of the haunt.
भाई
Ends up
कर
getting
रहा
taken
है
down. Jing on the chase, pushing forward.
टॉप
Yeah, shot's just a hair off
Machine
there,
gun
not able to answer one back. Swings out, but
ले
Forsaken is getting warmed up again. Off from Serena will
ये
go.
क्या
Forsaken
नाइफ
trying to
होगी
take
पीछे
down
से
Tara, now
और
on the hunt,
मतलब
swooping around from
वो
behind.
नाइफ
Lear gets
नाइफ
thrown.
नाइफ
They're
होगी
going to have a read on this one whatsoever. The timing, the lineup could be both players. Spots the one, tucks back. Able to stay safe, sends down
बच
the
गई वो बंदा नहीं उधर नाइफ कर
now.
दी थी
Akko left to our own devices.
मार का भाई एक भी राउंड नहीं निकला वो तो
Tara's always been huge in a lot of these late round performances, constantly being the cause of having to just have formation of the opposition a bit scattered. So really nice patience on not pushing, but then pushing at the right moment to spot out the two players left onto shot.
फंसो भाई
Bind is my map. 715. Right now, I think it's Paper X's map. It's not really.
True.
इनकी जेल ना कोई मैं कोई प्रो देख कर रहा हूं
Except for Jing, who has yet to
भाई
get a kill.
इनके
Right.
पूरे मैप कर गए हैं
Hasn't been given the
नहीं कोई
opportunity
मैं
to do.
फैमिली ना किसी प्लेयर को
Boy Scouts close. Something.
बा मैं वही प्लेयर को
Sending out the seized. Nothing to get caught there though.
रिवीजन करते हैं रिवीजन
Clear through,
Map,
but there's
okay.
no real
अरे
pressure
बहुत
off the
प्रैक्टिस
back of it.
करते
Just
हो
trying to keep some interest on this
10 घंटा
side
खेलते
of
हैं
the scene.
आ रहा
Going in.
Pink shells. Lobbed forward. Honey Bunny
फंस
trying to
गया
get close here, but Jing
अंदर ही
will
नहीं
get
आने दिया
himself
भाई
to
से
the board at long last.
Yeah.
2 quick kills, a quick reset on the paint shell. Sends out another one. Just keeping them shoved back is Forsaken. Just Keela there, pushing up through the showers. Swing out something. Suffers a death. Tara, Jing, both going to be taken down. Suddenly it's Forsaken and Kohaibi. Last
गन
one
उठाएंगे
standing.
गन नहीं उठाने देंगे ये कॉप देखी तो
Still,
उसकी
though,
अब
some damage dealt off on a line. The crosshair is enormous. And that
मैं
would
तगड़ी
be
ऑफ करता है
5 kills coming through. Paper
Something.
X still maintaining a perfect streak here, 6-0 up.
The utility game by Paper X on top of the operator shots done by Forsaken has been incredibly deadly. Just to put a big wall onto short.
भाई एक राउंड नहीं निकलो एक
I mean, those shots were incredible by Serena and as well as by Akko, but faced against the operator,
Duelist नीचे
it's
डला है
hard
रेज
to just go
जरूरी
past
नहीं है
that. So
मतलब
now,
बंदा डुलिस्ट
operator
ऊपर ही
going
हो
for
तो
Serena
वही
once
रहती है
again.
वो तो
Let's see. They're able to capitalize on
पर
this.
वैसे बता रहा हूँ अपन खेलते हैं ना लोग
नहीं
कहते हैं, अरे तू डुएलिस्ट है घुसना किल नहीं कर रहा
जरूरी नहीं है डुलिस्ट की मतलब ज्यादा किल करे
Honey Bunny's dead. Bind
एंट्री में
indeed.
दिला सकते हो तुम ये बस
Just maintaining the dominance here.
मतलब आगे रहता डुलिस्ट
It's all
जी गया
very
जी गया
quiet.
ओ बच गया
Swing out. Flick not gonna be terrible.
अगर वो धीरे से पीक लेता ना
Will be able to reply back, finding Jing.
वो ना बैट्समैन
Forward,
लिया
Tara,
ना
however,
जी
doing
गया
well
देख
to
पी
find
लिए
the third. Nearly gets the fourth. Will be Forsaken to pick it up. Something going to be
Down
taken down
with
is
Spike.
KD now in ruins. But
तीन
Spike
प्लेयर में
is
से दो बचे हैं
side of A short.
अबे कहाँ से आ रहा है वो देख तो ले
Operator too. Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty difficult task here. Push up towards connected Ivy here on the
बच गया
line and dodges the hair off, being able to find that kill. 7-0. Once again, economy just being broken down. Zeta bleeding cash.
13-0 नहीं हो जाए
And as we take a look at the replay, Tara, not even with sound even trying to running across outside of baths, just very confident taking a lot of these duels and practically you could really
दिल धड़क रहा है दिल धड़क रहा है
just a lot of ultimates across the board for both teams. Let's see though if they're gonna up the speed now for Zeta here as they do have some guns.
जो राउंड निकल जाएगा इनको देखिए
Approach tripwire on the opposite side. Prowler leading through. Showstopper, but the tether, the seize, it grabs. Will still find the kill there on a Forsaken, but not before he's able to trade it back. So 1-for-1. Kill from beyond the grave is something.
कहाँ से निकल जाएगा
Down 3. Not dead yet. Will get popped. Teleport is taken.
निकल गया राउंड कैसे निकल जाएगा भाई
निकल लगाओ ना पेपर की बोल रहा था
अबे भून की तो राउंड निकल ही रहे हैं तू कह रहा है ये राउंड निकल जाएगा
तो मैं कहता हूँ जो जल्दी निकल जाएगा जा मतलब जो कह रहा था
वाह
It's not looking good.
Yeah, quite unfortunate too. They
Save round आ गया उनका
invested 3 ultimate, I believe, or actually 4.
6
into
किल
that
12 किल
encounter.
11
But the
कोई
tripwires,
जिंग
the
जिंग दो
C's
जिंग
just
2
so
किल पे है
much.
भाई
The teleports from Paper Rex as well, just to sandwich a lot of the players that are outside of hookah. Now let's see, Paper Rex are pushing.
They're looking aggressive in something.
Must-
He's going to be the one coming away with 2 kills. to
Ula
start things
bhai.
off. Honeybunny gets a
Dude.
2 for 1. One pump with a Bucky. Finds the kills. And Serena, with that sheriff in hand, will be able to come up with another one. So having a little bit of panic. The backpedaling now coming through as they clear out the Lear. Half of the plant. Player advantage here. An orbital strike as well. Serena looking to loop all the way back around. No, it looks like they will just cut back over towards Fountain.
Cage triggered.
Weapons in hands here for the 2 players on the site. Angel sent
Yeah.
goes for the swing, but he's immediately taken care of. Looks like Zeta get themselves on the board after a 3v5 start of the round. Looking for the hold, but double swing coming through, and it's a thrifty, much like we were seeing on Haven yesterday. Zeta will get around victory in the least expected way.
the Bucky kill is coming from Honey Bunny. Really surprised the hookah players from Paper X.
Follow Honey Bunny.
Just yeah, big surprise, big thrifty for Zeta.
All right, well, one online, an opportunity. Still to run this back. 8 and 4 is obtainable. Wouldn't be too bad given the attack. Granted, with double duelists, who would have a little bit more impact there, but Bind a lot of times can favor the defending side.
Bomb buddy out.
एक राउंड निकल हुआ है
See if they can get it done though.
ये ग्राउंड कब निकल गया मेरे को पता ही नहीं पड़ा
Showstopper, that orbital strike still held.
आया
अच्छा पिछला वाला जीते थे ठीक है
Yeah, dimensional drift still being held by Forsaken has been quite the surplus.
Spotting one out. Double sent Forsaken, just staying tucked here within the
बानी
teleporter.
मारो
Something that'll lead the charge. The Prowler to try to distract.
Oh.
देख रहा भाई स्ट्रेटजी
Come away with the kills. Quick TP back over onto the A site. Forsaken out scot-free and safe. Orbital. Where does this get sent to? So they think better of it. Reading that the gate crash had come into play. Once again, they start advancing forward. The flash set up. Jing swoops forward, finds 2. Orbital strike now completely off the mark as he goes bouncing in and finds the headshot onto Akko. 4K here for Jing. No consecutive round wins
भाई
allowed.
टिक ही नहीं पा रहा है भाई वो
It's so scary going up against Paper Rex.
मैं भी टिक भी नहीं पा
It
रहे
is now the
आई है
way
रे।
that they're able to just
बोला
तो कॉन्फिडेंस बताइए
वही तो वही उन्होंने वो कर दिया ना डाउन कर दिया सामने वालों का ये तो मेन चीज होती है कॉन्फिडेंस गया था हमारा तो गए मैच किया तुम्हें डर के खेलना पड़ेगा सामने से
वही तो हो रहा है वैसे ही
And speaking of the Reyna,
वैसे भी इनको
operator once again here for Serena.
आखिरी मौका तो
2 more rounds to be played out in this half. And a slew of ultimates on the opposite side here. As the dimensional drift still there for Forsaken.
रिवर
Honey Bunny inching forward. Tara just jiggling here on that corner. Trying to maintain control of showers. You can tell how much respect is being shown right now. Zeta just don't want to put forward. Needing to respect potential aggression out of Paper Rex.
Tara?
मरा
ये दो player.
Coming into play though, Forsaken. Chasing forward, spotting out on the 2, sent to the flash, the re-swing, and
भाई
Akko's
ले
able to
ले
take him
पीछे
down.
से भी नहीं मार पा रहे
कवर होता ना उसका
Perhaps
पीछे
this fight
ये
is
गया
also there from Leffy Dot, who's now bouncing forward into something's welcoming arms. Kill's going to be found, but Spike has already ushered forward, getting ready to attack onto the A site.
Oh, it's riddled with tripwires.
Oh, the orbital just to slow things up, and that's going to be Keela taken down. Could not escape in time. Gets caught up, Showstopper lobbed in, nearly finds the kill. Taken down to 17 HP, but does manage to survive.
ट्रैप में मार दिया ना उसने
Take him down. Tripwires
Really,
set
really.
up the box of hot
ले
down
भाई
into the site. They're going to get caught up by it.
10 बचा
The C's get sent, neural theft gets the
ले।
reveal.
ये ले भाई
Spotted and taken off.
ट्रैप
Jake
दिख रहा है क्या दिख
finds
रहा
the
है
final shot. 10-1. Looking for an 11-1 half here on Paper X.
You gotta love the timings of a lot of these ultimates. Zeta Division was able to get that big pick off on Forsaken very early, but again, the wraparound, the exit from Hookah was able to even out the numbers. The orbital strike just stopped the push, and then the rest is history. Paper X now at the double digits. This is absolutely insane. These players from Paper X.
It's a monstrous performance.
Yep.
Scraped together purchase, but
गए
aggressive push. Too far once again.
भाई जा आवाज तो मार
Stack
भाई
aside. They end up getting punished for it. Weapons can now be upgraded. Kill will say thank you very much as they came in with just a classic in hand. Something looks to try to turn the tides, finds the first, shuts down the Emperor's to jump forward. Minor destruction there in the air.
अभी भी नहीं बेटा अभी बचा गया
Slide across. And now it's
वो
just
संग है
there's
कुत्ती
so
कुत्ती
many
चला है
connection issues.
वही खड़ी
A
हो
minute remaining, so hopefully they can re-establish.
1v1
Get into this one. Looks like they have.
वही देखना
Cage
स्पाइक पे
coming down, they're rotating over. A weapon can be picked up.
1v1 है 1v1
Can still be
आ
recovered.
गई आवाज आ गई
They've been noted though.
प्लांट तो इधर ही डला
स्मोक कर सकती है स्मोक नहीं कर पा रही है
Chance
है लाइट
to maybe try to get themselves across the gap.
लाइटली
But it seems like once again. Ooh,
गई
disaster striking, but
गई
there you go. Teleporter can be taken.
Cyber है ना?
Slow up cam is set up on the site. Cage comes in first.
तो कैमरा कहाँ लगा
Quick
इधर ही
clears out the trip. Camera gonna be taken down.
लगा
वाह।
आवाज आती है
Spike planted.
They're going for the stick.
लोग
Smoke.
फंस गई
Cutting off vision. They elude the cyber cage, not making any noise there. Ivy on the
अबे हो जाता
goes
भाई
for the tap. And had a bit of stick. It might
आधा
have
तो हो
worked
जाता
out. Keela just sat here waiting.
अब आ गया
Waiting for the timing and
अरे
play it out beautifully despite the
अरे
issue.
यार
Comes back in and manages
आधा
to
कर
clutch
लेता
out the round win.
काम
So
हो
Celtics
जाता
do get themselves a second. But this is a
पूरा ही हो जाता
monstrous
मैं पूरा ही
lead
कर देता भाई
for
Yeah.
Brent.
It was another fight on long to Fountain,
हर
but
बार आधा करके
something,
हटता हूँ
again,
ओए
tried
नहीं
his
ओए
best.
नहीं
and
अगर आवाज आ रही है ना
as
तो
well.
छोड़ दूंगा मैं
But that is the first half of our bind map. Let's head on
Tough
over
time.
for a short break.
एक मिनट तगड़ा नाइस गेम
खत्म हो गया ऐसा लगा ना
वही तो भाई जल्दी खत्म हो रहा है भाई एक मैच देखा था मैं 18 चला था नहीं कौन
बहुत
कौन
जल्दी
था वो
राउंड खत्म
अभी ऐसा कहा भाई आगे कहाँ है इसकी
बहुत जल्दी खत्म पानी खा रही है
पानी खा रही है
वाह कपिल वाह
भाई इसके सर पे क्या लगा है ब्रेसेस लगी है आखिर
Alrighty, we are back in Zeta.
ऐसा बंद कर दिया
Basic
उसको
map, looking to try to conquer it and
कभी कोई
climb it.
निकल जाती है ऐसी
Paper X, they are looking to be just
देखिए अब कितनी जल्दी घुसेंगे देख अंदर
Risk-esque
अबे अबे
as
अबे
no, that looks like
ये जो कहा था
ये क्या हो रहा था
what's worth,
कुछ glitch हुआ था क्या इसका
has agreed to play things
पता
out
नहीं
regardless of the connection issues rather than delay the game indefinitely. So it seems like it's
कुछ तो हुआ था भाई खड़ी रह गई वो उधर
but one that Paper X unfortunately get to take advantage of as they spot out the clove.
It's gonna be difficult.
वरना भी हारी मान ली भाई छोड़ अंदर होगा ही नहीं
ले
करता हूं
First
मैं
tap
ऐप
there.
ऐप दबा
करता हूं
Cross,
ये
arrow.
फायदा वाला
ये पैर दवा
फिर मर कैसे गई वो खड़ी खड़ी थी वो है
Terrorists, Paper X will win another pistol and move up 11-2, just
That's
2
kinda
rounds
yo-yo.
away from closing out their group stage.
अबे तो कोई ये देख ना ये देख ऐसा लगा नेट चला गया उसका
Paper X.
देखा
Again,
हो
with the
सकता है जा
execute here on their pistols. I mean, their pistols have
अभी
been
मालूम पड़ेगा देखा टाइम आउट हो गया ना देख
overall
टाइम आउट हो
देख
गया
देख ले
timeout from
Time
Zeta
out
अरे
हो गया।
लाइट
Division.
चली गई ये लाइट
कुछ नेटवर्क का प्रॉब्लम हुआ
लाइट
उसका
चली गई
I think
At the
a necessary one. And
ना चल बे इन्वर्टर लगा
then
के
decide,
गाड़ी स्टोर थोड़ी है
something that we wouldn't see in
उनके
these
तो
situations.
जनरेटर चलता है
कुछ नेटवर्क का इशू हुआ है
Being able to take
टाइम
a
आउट
pause here, figure out like, okay,
जनरेटर का तो हो जाती
to
कोई नहीं है वहाँ
maximize
पे
Right,
in the,
yeah.
for the rest of this
आ गई
round.
पिंग आ गई
I think that that's got to be kind of the why.
2
this
मिनट
match
ये
is
कहाँ लगा है
That's why you still see so many smiles on the faces. of the
पट्टी
players.
लगाए बुखार चढ़ जाओ भाई
Yeah. Doing the cry emoji on some of the players here. But
Oh.
just as you said, you know, they're communicating, they're still talking, just a lot of smiles. And you can really, you know, see the mood here.
कुछ ग्लिच हो गया
You know,
उसका
Zeta,
स्टार्ट का यार
let's see how
स्पॉट
able to press on here on
हो गया
these rounds, these following rounds. You get to see some stingers at play.
Yeah.
Bucky as well for Honey Bunny. We'll see.
All right, well, can anticipate some aggression, but it's aggression that Paper X have seemingly seen
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah,
As
yeah.
they're just going to be
Police
sitting right
police
across
करा।
the B, and they have tripwires set up from behind as well. They seemingly have having a very solid
वही
understanding
कंफ्यूज
of
हुआ
what
इनके
was
साथ
coming through in
अंदर
this
घुस गए वो
round.
अबे ये क्या हो गया
Gonna have to be left there at link.
वो ये
Spike
क्या
now
हुआ?
gonna be planted. As
क्वालिटी लगा
full rotate back around through the defender spawn to try to get into position. Get ready to retake this site.
Oh,
वो गए फंस गए सब फंस गए
पकड़ ला बाने काली
Oh,
इनको
the
पकड़
C's connects and it's immediately 2 kills. Oh, it's something.
ले ना
Spraying away, jump out of the smoke, takes out Honey Buddy
Oi.
there in midair. The Bucky unable to find that elimination, and now Leppy Dot down to a sliver.
अबे इसका
dead.
इसका भी चला गया
Tequila,
वाह
just left alone.
इसका भी
out
चला
by
गया।
Mountain. Paper X, 12-2, one
Net.
more to go ahead and bring this one home.
अब
Take
तो
a look at
खत्म
that replay. This was
चार पकड़ लिए
crazy.
इसने।
Like, didn't even need the smoke to dissipate.
उन्होंने
The C's
चार
was
पकड़े
enough.
थे,
Spraying
तो
down
क्या?
with the Spectre and the attempt from Honey Bunny as well. But you know, something was definitely prepared for
I
that
mean,
push.
हाँ हार मान लिया इन्होंने तो खत्म किया लैपटॉप
अब तो हार अब कहाँ
All
कहाँ
comes
नहीं
down to
माने
this. A Marshall,
ये राउंड में
Bucky, Stinger, and
एक
Sheriff.
राउंड में क्या ही करें
Tequila still
अब तो
having some
भगवान ही
issues
साथ
with the seam.
दे
Gonna be
सकता
left
है
back there in the defender's spawn.
नहीं अब कुछ भी नहीं सकता क्योंकि एडिट वीडियो है भगवान साथ नहीं देगा
Try to save them all.
भगवान ही नहीं दे सकता
Expecting them all.
थोड़ा गेन करके आए
Boss comes coming through there is Honey Bunny able to go ahead and take down two. Gohibi and Jing both eliminated by this Bucky at Lamps. Tequila has rejoined.
थोड़ा गेन करके आए
अबे अबे अबे
Yeah.
But as they could go ahead and push
हाँ।
cover an additional weapon, they end up getting gunned down.
अबे वो
So
किधर देख रही थी?
वही तो कह रहा हूँ मैं कहाँ देख रही हुई क्या प्लेयर है ये
One spike is planted though. Upgrades to the Vandal.
गन उठा रही है ऐसे अपना रोहित नहीं होता
Pressing
भागती हुई दीवार में घुस रही
वही
है
तो पर गन पता नहीं कहाँ जा रही है उसका नेटवर्क का इशू लग रहा है ये
Molly's still online.
Huh?
Good for round
भाई गाने
seven.
मौली डाल दी
Sends it
ले
out.
मौली डाल दी क्या
Out
ही
of the
ले जीत
smoke,
गया
so
जीत
being
गया
able
भाई
to find it and should have the time. Just
जीत
has to
गया
wait this out. Dismisses
वापस
forward.
जैसे
भाई इसकी मोली तगड़ी है
Bit
बहुत
longer, now
बहुत
in
डैमेज
on
देती
for
है
the
सबसे ज्यादा
defuse. It seems like we're not done quite just yet.
हो
Zeta
जाएगा
will go ahead and get themselves a
Yeah,
third
yeah.
round win.
अब राउंड में निकला
Stave off Paper X for a little bit longer.
Yep, nicely done. Coming from
रोहित
heaven
क्या तो मैं
as
चली गई भाई
well.
इसलिए लग रहा है
Cebinet
मेरे
is
को
able to
इसमें
have sights on through lamps, get the trades off the board, and then get that clutch down for Zeta Division. Still holding on to this map, but something does have Nightfall already available. Dimensional Drift, one piece away for Forsaken. It could be a very fast execute
कितने लोग
onto
10,000
B
लेकर
with a
आए हैं
stack.
500 इतने ही आया
Especially if they're able to give off an orb already.
हम तो वही लगाएंगे गाइस
भाई एक बार हुआ था ना मेरा एक 210 बंदे देख रहे थे जब मैं बट शॉर्ट में लाइव करता था शॉर्ट लाइव करता
Fast
था
hit here. Serena set into the side. Just find a decent amount of damage.
अरे अरे
Smoke comes
अरे
in.
ये सब
Bounces
जैसा
out towards safety. Dimensional
Clear
Drift
है इधर
Forsaken on the hunt for
ले
spot
उसमें
out.
नेक्स्ट हो
ये रही
Many players that they can.
ये रहे दो बंदे
Notes too. Nightfall as well, catching onto a couple.
ये किधर है
Forsaken is running out of time. He's just gonna pop out right in
अब
front
उसको
of him.
दिखी
Terra though, able to swoop into elbow. Finds
अरे बाद में
Serena,
बहुत था ना
swing
उसके साथ
forward.
कवर देने की
There's another kill coming
ओए
across.
ओए ओए
They swing in.
Oh, I did.
Spray here from Lefty down. He does manage to mow down two.
अब अंधे में ले गया
वही तो
Even no further push coming in. for the moment will be on their lonesome. Keela
Pictures
still
is lying.
sat back over on that A side, now starting to rotate.
2v3.
Shots fired
एक
across,
गोली
something
की
dropped
वजह
down
से
off the angle, but on the re-peek, we'll be able to find it. And now,
ये खत्म थी
it's just
ओए
that
ओए
judge
ओए
in hand
वो है
moving around the corner. Keela will be able to
बोल
get one, but won't be able to find much more
अरे
after
भाई
that. 13-3.
हंस रही है हंस
Unfortunately,
रही है
some tech
ये तो
issues here
बच्चों
on
वाला
the
गेम
तो
था
Zeta Division,
बेट होने गई
costing
थी
them not allowing them to play at that full firepower.
अभी
But even so,
हमें इनका कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया रे
PaperX, they
तो
were on
भाई
top today.
अग्रेसिव रहते हैं ना बहुत भाई डब्ल्यू
Yeah,
गेम है वो
their
वही
sunset from sunset to bind, it was very apparent that they're just full
मैंने देख रहे
on
$50,000
online.
पागल है कौन भी
Tara as
खा
well,
नहीं रहे वो
you can tell that she's having a fun time. Just being that big
क्या बात है,
pillar
मजे आए बढ़िया
off from bats and just being a
ग्लोबल
constant
स्पोर्ट का
threat.
होगा
It does feel like it was just so
टाइम
hard to
लगेगा उसमें
challenge
शायद
bats constantly just cause
टाइम है
Molly just
ग्लोबल
stops any
स्पोर्ट
sort
में
of possible aggression.
अबे
You
उनको
want
उठा के
to
ले
try
गए
and maximize that operator, but she just knows when to peek and just when to play a bit more passively. And you can't forget about these plays from Forsaken as well, playing off of the utility. It just looks so clean
Chandan.
coming from PaperX.
क्या हो रहा है देश में
Yeah,
क्या हो
it
रहा
really
है
did. I mean, Jing a little bit of a
उठा
soft
के भी ले
start,
गए
then
मैं
heats
यही
up,
तो
just starts going
कौन को
crazy,
उठा के
something the
मतलब
whole way
एम्बुलेंस आ
throughout.
गई
अच्छा उनको
So damn
अच्छा
consistent, but you know,
ज़्यादा कौन
this was definitely PaperX's map in the end. It would seem
टीवीत खराब हो गई क्या
devastating scenes across the board, as well as some very silly moments like this.
अच्छा जी उसके
भैंस
उसके
कौन को
अच्छा
बिठा
ये
है
उसके चक्कर में हो रहा है ना ये वो क्वेश्चन वगैरह के चक्कर में सबको अलग अलग मिलेंगे तो
अरे
नहीं
पेपर देने के बाद हमारे नंबर किस में कटे वो कॉपी नहीं दिखाते
अच्छा
super scary.
ये तो गलत
नॉर्मलाइजेशन की सिस्टम
तो रीचेकिंग
के
कर सकते हैं
खिलाफ
ना
भी
अपन
है लोग
Terrifying team top to bottom. No
नियम
practice, no
यूपीएससी में
problem.
नियम
कर
है
सकते
एमपीएससी
हैं
में भी था पहले अब नहीं बंद
ये
कर दिया है
More and more improved. So
तो
maybe
चेक कर
their
सकते हैं ना
first
बंदे
match
भाई
up
किसी
ये भी
गलती हो
तो
किसी गलती की वजह से कोई बंदा फेल हो जाए वही तो चेक कर सकते हैं सही है
but
आना
maybe
सही है
the run back on that first map was
यार एक
so
बात था मान ले मैंने
decisiveness,
पूरे क्वेश्चन करे मैं
but
पता
this
90 नंबर नहीं
absence of
कहीं
a
गए
set,
वो
it
आ
would
गए
be something
50
like a blip,
हम्म।
something that could be it could
तो
be
मैं
तो कभी
कहूँगा भाई
कभी चेक
कॉपी है
करने
तो
वाले भी
नहीं
गलती
सकते
कर
हैं
देते ना वो तो
since then.
कर देना
And
फिर के
they
नहीं नहीं
have
नहीं नहीं
found
नहीं
themselves
चेक
as
में
one of
नहीं
the
वो तो चेक में
in
नहीं
this
होगी
tournament right there
ये
alongside
नहीं ये नहीं
Zip
तो मैं
Dice.
बदम नहीं
Depending
दूंगा
on how that next series goes.
शिक्षा मंत्री को
versus
लाओ ना कौन है
DRX.
शिक्षा मंत्री
I'm curious to see who ends up being our grand finalist at the end of this all.
है एक
Yeah,
अनपढ़
that's true. I mean, before the
अनपढ़
series
someone
शिक्षा
started,
who's
it was
Let us
DRX
forget
in the
series
lead when it
two.
comes to map differential. But just as you
Thailand.
said, it'll also come down to how DRX performs against Global Zipto. As we take a look at our stats, of course, something was really just laying down the pain in a lot of these rounds, having to constantly have Nightfall online
वो इतनी चल रही
most
है
of the time. But you know, gotta say that special mention, Tara on that Brimstone, just really can be aggressive, can be that big pillar of a defender when it comes to bats. And it's just so hard to challenge her. She's always alive and having to extend her life, and therefore is just always there at the right place at the right time.
Excellently done across
Game
the board.
नहीं खेल
Something dominant.
तेरा अभी भी load हो रहा है वो।
24/7
क्या?
scoreline. I think that would have been pretty nice,
ओ
but
कैमरे का कुछ
big performance from him.
चल रहा है मेरा वो भी
लोड हो रहा है अभी
बंद
भी
किया
लोड हो
नहीं
रहा
मैंने
नहीं लोड हो रहा वो पता कब से लोड हो रहा डबल से लोड हो रहा
Almost a
ले
94%
अब नहीं
assist
है
rate, so it was just an absolute
वो
menace
मेरे को
on
दूसरा
that
डाउनलोड
side
करना पड़ेगा
of
उससे हो
the
जाएगा
map,
डॉट
and
कैम का
on the attack as well. So something looking fired up and looking like PaperX should be well slated to find themselves
ले फिर आ गए
in
भाई
that grand finals tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see how things shake up from the next one. But of course, we're going to get an interview with one of our winners here today. So we're just going to wait for them to get loaded up into the lobby so that we can have a quick chat and pick their brains on this series here overall.
चलो मैं तो जा रहा है
Yeah.
मैं तो चालू करके छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ
They're
अब कब
happy
आएगा
about that performance for sure.
हाँ नेट में
All right,
आएंगे
well, it seems like it
आज
is ready to go.
मैं तो आर भी जाऊंगा भाई आज
She's standing by, so welcome to the interview.
क्या कह रहा
And
आरती यार
congratulations on the win.
आरती
आरपी वे आरपी
आरती
Hello, Ivy.
No problem. Well, We got to
God,
see
यार
you guys
कल
on
गेम
camera
नकली
yesterday,
आया आज
and
8:30
we talked
9:30
to
बजे
Jing
फिर आएगा एक
yesterday.
नया
We
गेम
asked about the vibes of
क्या
the
क्या
season, and he said
गेम ना
कौन सा?
hadn't really met
हाँ
until like just
मतलब
before the games had
वीक
started.
वीक
They
चल
really
रहा है
chatted with one another, and then you just kind of went into it and just
25
started
तारीख
having
तक
fun.
रोज 9:30 बजे नया गेम
This
आएगा एपिक
series,
पे
you
फ्री
guys were very
कल
dominant.
तो नकली आया आज देखते हैं कौन सा आएगा
You know, has this tournament just been nothing but a fun blast for you guys? Did you get
चलो
stressed
मिलते
at
हैं
all in your first series versus global, or
ठीक
has
है,
it just been a fun
okay.
experience across the board?
I'm
I
gone.
don't think so. It was just like all fun because
अबे
it's
आवाज कैसी है
still
इसकी
just a fun match, you know? Yeah, so I just
दिख रहा
like
है
having fun. Yeah.
Well, we've been able to tell from watching you guys, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a little curious though. So, I mean, it was very obvious, you know, your facial expressions once the camera was like focused on you guys on some of these rounds. You guys were having a lot of smiles. I was wondering when you guys had to look at the composition of Zeta Division earlier when they pulled up the ISO, the Euro. What was your reaction then on Sunset?
We felt like they were just having fun like us as well. So we just went along with it. Like we just went A and B. Sometimes maybe mid. Yeah.
On a
So it's like
similar
spinning the
note,
roulette. Yeah.
oh yeah, very much does. But on a similar note, I wanted to say like, who's kind of been deciding like what you guys are running as far as like your comp is concerned on PaperX? Has it just been everyone just saying like, oh, I kind of want to play this and just making something happen? Has JD Faker been maybe involved in that? Like, you know, because you guys are also pulling out some fun stuff as well.
We just picked like our comfortable agents and just went along with it. Like all of us play duelist, so we kind of can play anything because yeah, we play a lot of rank. Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty much just PaperX. Just say, I want to play this, and you just go ahead and do it. That's awesome.
The PaperX style, indeed. Although I'm a little curious, Kohaibi. I know you've been enjoying your time over here and having to fight a lot of these teams. If you had to pick one to do a big rematch, for example, maybe on the grand finals, who would it be and why?
Maybe global Esports because we can see that they are a very dominant team. So we are excited to play against them again. Yeah.
Well, it seems likely if you guys can lock down that spot, so it could very well be the case. But I guess lastly, anything that you want to say to everybody who's watching?
Thank you. Keep supporting us, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Well, there you go. Well, thank you so much, Kahibi, for joining us for the interview, and best of luck in the future here. It's been an absolute pleasure in the group stage, and we're looking forward to maybe seeing you guys again back tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens with our next series, though. But that does it for the interview. Now we get ready to get geared up and go into the last match of the group stage. DRX looking to recover from a loss versus PaperX yesterday, and they have to do it versus Global Zipto, who has looked the most dominant. I mean, you heard it there from Kohaiba yourself, saying, we want that rematch because they were able to best us, and we're not happy with that. So this is going to be a tough one here for DRX. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm really excited about the Global Zipto, if they're going to be continuing their streak on the way to the grand final, or DRX can shape things up a bit onto the scoreboard. But before we head on over to our second series of the day, we're going to be going to a short break, so stick around.
Say what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing to me. Everybody knows that I can hide it, can't deny it. It's so obvious, yeah, it's plain to see. But you seem like you don't know what's going on. Just in case, apologize if I'm coming on you strong. Yeah, what you doing to me? What you doing to me? I Say what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing to me. Everybody knows that I can hardly can't deny it. It's so obvious, it's plain to see. But you seem like you don't know what's going on. Just in case, apologize if I'm coming on strong. Yeah, what you doing to me? What you
We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, number one, numero uno, front page in the news, yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym, harder than the rest. Where should I begin? From a little youth, I had a birth.
हाँ बेबी क्या कर रहा है वॉच पार्टी मतलब टूर्नामेंट
हाँ वैलोरेंट का
अच्छा
उसकी कर रहा हूँ मैं।
अच्छा मैं देखा तेरा तरफ से
आज ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट और उसका मैच DRX।
तो उसका स्ट्रीम कर रहा है
आज कौन सा खेले
तू
ऑनलाइन?
बता ऑनलाइन खेल लेते हैं
बुलाऊं बंदों को, मैं पूछूं
मगर
उनसे।
अभी तू पूछ ले बट अभी आज मेरा थोड़ा सा मुश्किल रहेगा अभी मैं 6 बजे कहीं चला जाऊंगा ना अभी देख तब अगर मैं 9 बजे तक 9 बजे से 8:30 तक आ जाऊंगा तो ठीक है 8:30 तक वैसे आ जाऊंगा 8:30 तक अगर आ जाऊंगा ना तो फिर खेल लेंगे बाकी तो तुम
क्योंकि मैं
स्टार्ट
वीडियो
कर लिया
बनाऊंगा
ना
उसके ऊपर, तो आज शायद
स्ट्रीम नहीं करेगा
स्ट्रीम करूंगा ना, स्ट्रीम में से वीडियो निकाल लूंगा।
अभी भी स्ट्रीम कर रहा है क्या
हाँ अभी भी चल रही है ना, अभी तो मैच एक और मैच चालू होगा अभी।
अच्छा क्योंकि 1 मिनट रुक फोन पर रहिए मैं कॉल काट के पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है मेरा चल नहीं रहा है ये डिस्कॉर्ड 1 मिनट में दोबारा करता हूँ फुल स्क्रीन कर लेना इनकी
फुल स्क्रीन भी चल रही, चेट कर लूंगा, अभी मैच चालू हो जाए तब।
And we're back. It's now time to go into
ना
our
इसको फुल
final
स्क्रीन पर देख
matchup
लेना
here
ये
of
कह
the
रहा हूँ हाँ
group
सर
stage. Okay, Global Zip Code
मैच
playing
चालू
against
करने का इंतजार कर रहा हूँ मैं बस।
for all the marbles, I can speak anyway. Global Zipto currently the front runners here in the tournament, looking like
1 2
favorites and
3
making
4
it into
बंदे
that
हैं,
grand
4 बंदे
final.
खेले
टूर्नामेंट
हैं।
चल सबका
हैं?
They'll try to see if they can slink by, get
हाँ
themselves
भाई
into the qualified position. But if they do, it's gonna have to be very dominant. They're going to have to come out here and they're going to have to crush
अब उनको तो बैन पड़ा हुआ है
in a victory in order
हाँ
to get themselves
HTRP में।
qualified. So odds right now stacked
बैन पड़ा
against
हुआ
them, but we know that they have what it takes.
अभी पड़ा बैन
नहीं हो गए 2 3 दिन शायद मेरे ख्याल से।
अच्छा जिसको बैन मिला वो भी है क्या टूर्नामेंट पे अभी वो नहीं है
नहीं नहीं, इसमें टूर्नामेंट्स की नहीं कह रहा मैं, HTRP की बोल रहा हूँ मैं।
किसको पड़ गया
रे
बैन
रे वगैरह उनको पड़ा बंदे को पील लिया
जग्गा
हमने। जग्गा को नहीं पड़ा,
वो
बंदे
कैसे
इनके कोई बंदे मंदे होंगे, रे में होंगे, उनके दोस्त होंगे, उनको पड़ा है।
अच्छा क्यों
मैंने पील दिया बंदे को एक को।
बंदा मार दे तो फिर
बंदा
अच्छा
मार दिया, उसका
गलत करा
सामान
होगा
ले लिया, उसको बाहर फेंक दी। सिविलियन आरपी नहीं करी इन्होंने, मतलब
अच्छा
गैंग वाले होते हैं तो कर सकते हैं।
Very much is, but everyone
हाँ वो तो है
figures on this team in this
तूने
tournament
मत
during this
पता ना
event.
तो दुनिया
Alexi,
दा
Nary,
जा
hell yes, they have all been performing, and Papi Chulo, I mean,
बापू
he's the
तेरे
other
नाल
one that's
कर
there alongside Chris, kind of as the raid boss.
एंड्री
So they are
कैली
like the
क्रिस्टल
super
पापी।
solid foundations of the team that are consistent round over round, and then everybody else can just kind of pop off whenever they
Alexi.
feel like it. And it's been fantastic to see. The aggression from Inari has
वे
been
हेडशॉट
phenomenal.
परसेंटेज कितने हैं भाई इसके?
An outlaw, an
35
मजा आया
है,
वो स्केटिंग
पापी
वाला
है।
वाला आज
destroying.
स्नो वाला
So this is
स्नो वाला भाई मजा आया
been
आज उसमें
a super
उसमें एक और है
ऐसे
dominant
फास्ट
क्रिकेट
वाला,
वाला
एक और फास्ट वाला, उसमें लेट के चलता है चक्री बन के।
just given how
हाँ
they've been
वो
able
नहीं
to
किया
हाँ वो
तूने?
देखा वो घूमता रहा
गोल
गोल गोल
गोल गोल घूमता है भाई वो।
so far.
भाई कहीं जाना वैसे ही जाता हूँ भाई मैं तो।
DRX and be
कौन
worried
साइकिल
about
साइकिल
who
माइकिल
they're
चलाए?
playing against in the grand finals, which I guess
रेंटल
will
के
be
पैसे बच रहे हैं
DRX
ओ
and PaperX, who they already
स्कैपिंग
beat
स्कैम
twice
करनी
now,
होगी ऐसे ही कर।
because they are looking damn good right now.
से बढ़िया।
Yeah, this squad is definitely a killer combo with,
ना सही है भाई
the
एक
duo
नंबर था वो
Inari, Alexi, and of course Global Esports. We talked about Poppy yesterday, but our player spotlight, of course, over here today is Alexi, and she has been playing FPS games since she was 9 years old. Wow.
I mean, it's damn impressive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, FPS games when I was 9, there weren't many to choose from.
True.
रेजोल्यूशन
That was,
16 60 10
yeah, that was
50 ये कैसा है इनका
2001.
मैं स्क्रीनशॉट लेता हूँ मैं भी खेल के
wasn't
देखूंगा इस
out
पे
on the market at that point, or at least nothing super sophisticated and very much not on
16
PC, unless you really want to count like
10 50
but
4K होगा वो
yeah, I mean,
ना ना
the
4K लगता
performances
है
are reflecting the
पागल है
veterancy there and
4K
the
या 8K होगा
experience of playing
4K
FPS
रेजोल्यूशन नहीं मालूम तेरे को
like I said, you know, as much as we kind of have to
अरे
talk about
38 40 21 60 होता है 4K का
because their performances
क्या
have been
38
so
40 21 60 होता है 4K का
in this tournament, everyone,
38
literally
तो होता
everybody
है
on this
21
global
से
Zippo,
होता है
like matchup
38
scene
40
has
21 60 बे
fantastic. DRX though, we'll go ahead and zoom in on these players. Kyunmin, you mentioned him, started off really hot in that series versus Zeta, but yesterday versus Paper X, a bit absent. The Phoenix,
DRX
some
flashback
there on
Ethan
Sunset,
woman
never really found his
Umi
stride. Whereas
Ichi
Flashback
Yumi
has kind of been the one keeping DRX afloat in a lot
भाई
of
सर
rounds.
दी
Flashback, Yome
आज
is
शनिवार
known
है
playing on the controller
शनिवार
role.
को नहीं आता यार मैं
Everyone's kind of delivering just a little bit more, at least after
मेरे को
yesterday.
7 दिन हो
कौन
गए
भी नहीं आता शनिवार को
That's true. It
नहाता
was
नहीं हूँ
that
बे
big day one flashback
कौन
performance
मैं
that felt like such a
शनिवार को
a big
मेरे को
brick of
6
a
दिन हो गए
wall
भाई 6 दिन
to
से नहीं नहाया
sort
मैं
of
कल संडे को नहाऊंगा
destroy, especially when he's on
अच्छा
defense, when he's on that cipher, and constantly
तो
having
ये
to
आलस
deal
आलस हो रहा है मेरे अंदर
first blood for DRX. But can't forget about Athens'
मैं फेस कैम
performance,
करके करा करूंगा
Athens'
स्ट्रीम
performance
अब
as well on
बेस
Sunset,
कैम
where
हम्म
on
लो के
defense
साथ
on the Rays, he has been
सही बात है
that big constant factor on why it's just so hard to get through elbow. So hopefully we get to see more of that. But our player spotlight.
लेकिन
Oh,
चैट का
Yome,
दिक्कत
wife
मॉनिटर
in
मंगाता हूँ एक और
her IGN means wife in Japanese.
हाँ
Yome.
एक मॉनिटर और मंगाता हूँ मैं
Same.
चैट
I know
चैट के चक्कर में नहीं लगा पाता यार कैम
Japanese, as it turns out.
अरे वही
So
तो
Yome
चक्कर है मेरा भी चैट के चक्कर में तो मैं भी ना कैम कर पाता
Oh,
कैंप
I
नहीं कर
see.
पाता
That I didn't know.
बेस
As
कैम
well.
यार सॉरी
The Japanese is a little rusty. But yeah, this is our setup. You'll would love to, you know, get that set up for yourself as well, including the sense. But of course, her fun
Noisy
fact is
person.
she's a noisy person throughout the game.
I don't think we've noticed that so much on the cams at the very least. But it seems
yeah.
like maybe, you know, post round, not maybe not as much talking, but maybe it is what just a little bit more chatter. But that's a good thing. You want to have that communication coming through. So if they're being noisy, offering up thoughts, getting call outs going through, then that's the kind of teammate that you want to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Having to any kind of communication is always super great, especially when there are times that you have a tough set of matches. But as we take a look, we're heading on over quickly to our map vetoes, and DRX removing split right off
Do
the
they
bat.
just go for it?
Heaven.
Okay, no. I was gonna say, I feel
चल
like
अभी भी
after
करते हैं
how
फिर बाद हाँ
हम्म
had taken down,
अगर मैं आ गया तो मैं बता दूंगा तो मैं मैसेज डाल
DRX
दूंगा
on
Oh.
Ascent, that it would be bold for them to continue to lean on
ठीक
it.
है
So it's
Oh,
Haven,
oh.
then Pearl.
Oh,
So we get
bye.
into Pearl, and then Ascent will be the decider here in the series.
Okay. It has been for 2 days straight. A lot of Ascent on the first 2 sets. This time around, we have to wait a little bit to reach map number 3, but I like it. I like Haven. Haven's going to be first. After that is Pearl. We've seen a couple of creative picks onto this map most especially, and I do feel like that's most likely the reason why, Global Zipto, they're here to have fun, and I feel like Pearl is definitely one of the maps where you can be a bit more flexible and creative with your agents.
Yeah, I'm curious what DRX's identity is going to look like there on Pearl once we get around to that one, because we got to see it a little bit in the off season. Weren't leaning into things like the Phoenix like we saw from Kenmin on Sunset. So maybe here in this tournament where it's a little bit more loose, a little bit more fun, perhaps he's going to try to run that Phoenix as well on that map, and Athen goes over for something like a secondary duelist or what have you. For anybody who's known me in Valorant for quite some time, this prediction might shock you. I'm not going for DRX. I'm
Wow.
going for Global Zipto. I'm going to be maybe a little bit of a realist here because they have just looked so damn good. It's difficult to go either way.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. They just look so good from day number 1. 2-0ing Paper Rex has been such a solid foundation already to go into this tournament. So really, really voting for them for this one.
Yeah, it seems like the odds are in their favor. They have that grand finals in their sights, and it's just on the horizon, wanting to qualify for that one tomorrow, a best of 5. DRX, though, if they want to crack at it, have to win here in this series. So let's go ahead and get it started.
DRX. Zipto Esports and Global Esports.
All right, and there they are. Let's see what they have prepped for us as we go into
Guys,
Haven.
चालू हो चुका है अपना
It's a
मैच.
big change up from DRX. Flashback is playing Yoru. Hyunmin's playing ISO. Athens on Sova. And Ache is on side.
Full support on global sport.
Yeah, usually we get to see the double duelist.
मैच की स्ट्रीम, हाँ भाई मैच की स्ट्रीम
from
ग्लोबल
Athens,
स्पोर्ट
Hyunmin
और
with this
DRX का हो रहा है
flashback.
भाई.
It's gonna be
अपना
on the
इंडिया,
duelist. Yeah, what is happening? I'm so excited
इंडिया और
for
कोरिया
this.
का.
Okay.
इंडिया मतलब प्रॉपर इंडिया नहीं,
Seems like DRX
थोड़ा
very
इंडिया
much,
क्योंकि
prescribing to the
दोनों
have
मतलब
fun
दो
with
ई
it.
स्पोर्ट जुड़े
With
हुए हैं
what we've been
इसलिए.
seeing from Paper X. But man, I did not have this one on my
भाई मेरा
menu
फेवरेट
cards
मैच था ना आज
whatsoever.
PRX का, और PRX का था और ग्लोबल का, इसलिए भाई देख रहा हूँ मैं.
Jump into this, but it looks like everybody is just about prepped and ready to go, which is great to see. LES looking like he's just getting
Full support on
consistently
global
flashbanged.
e-sport.
That's true. Like a stack coming from the side
Oi,
of
camera
Global
कैसे मटक गया
Zipto.
इसका?
Looks like a call to be extra aggressive. Maybe go through window, maybe through sands, get an early pick. That's a paranoia, a flash with ya.
Oh भाई.
Into mid and an area immediately front of the headshot there on the Yome. Ache able to answer one back. Hyunmin as well getting involved. Finds a second. It's just cycling up these shields. Sends out the vulnerable, knowing that Crystal's going to be tagged up. Looks to try to take some space. In the meantime, still that lurk coming through as Hyunmin turning back is able to find Crystal.
अरे भाई
And it
गया.
looks like DRX going to be off to a very hot
भाई
start. as
DRX
Hyunmin
थोड़ी
picks
अच्छी
up
टीम
a
है यार,
4K
थोड़ा उनको
here.
देख के खेलना पड़ेगा.
I
थी तो
love
PRX भी,
it.
लेकिन
It
PRX को हरा
is
दिया इन्होंने.
This is Hyunmin with a very good 4K start. 3 more orbs for the kill contract, and DRX, you gotta love the confidence coming right in. I mean, you get to see Global Zipto try as
Global
well as
Zipto.
Aneri dealt first blood, but the trades were there. People were in the right spots, and practically the double taps after double taps are just ready to go for Hyunmin. Good start for DRX.
If you can cycle those double taps, it's when an ISO can very much get out of control. Now just
फैन को एकदम एक्यूरेट पता रहता है भाई बंदे इधर आएंगे.
online as he grabs up the orb.
उधर चले गए लेकिन भाई.
Big stack here on the C site, but DRX only interested in the alt orb for now, it would seem. They'll start drifting back across, essentially over towards Zane. There's a call starting to come out here from Global, wanting to scatter across the map a little bit more.
Rotations coming through as well. A full rotate onto A.
बे भाई.
Having to see that
भाई
there's
कितना
no
अच्छा
signs of
कैम कर
life
रहे थे
from
यार,
C,
सब
but
चले गए
these
बंदे.
cut noise and DRX are rewarded.
भाई बढ़िया बैठे थे उधर वो.
Back. So we'll be able to advance forward. Gate crash set up here for back sight. Nothing spotted at all. And Recon will confirm it. And Global Zipto about to get the bad news as the spike gets planted here.
Planted the spike.
Let's see. Let's see if there's anyone going to be coming from different angle, as it is
Right here.
that big guns on the side of DRX. It is going to be a stack from CT, and there's 2 people on site.
Flashback. Holding close. A couple shots flying out. Catches a glimpse and catches Crystal. Has the gate crash out to safety. Now, space just going to be refilled here as Hyunmin pushes forward.
Over here.
Another headshot, another kill. Flashback coming away with 2. Gets the spot out, gets the third, looks for the fourth, cannot make it happen, and it's going to take it down.
अबे शी
But
शी
it's
शी
just
शी
going to
शी.
be a
भाई बढ़िया गेम कर रहे थे यार, अन्ना जगह छोड़ दी अपनी।
Flashback will be the lone casualty, but also the only one that didn't have a rifle. As DRX will
कोई
move
ना
up
कोई
2-0.
ना भाई, हारा हो रही
That
होती
was
रहती है,
Ghost.
अब जीतेंगे।
Sacrificed. It was a clean round overall for DRX. Having to cut noise, having to smoke off a long, and having to play off of that macro. And unfortunately, yeah, that rotation was great for DRX. So let's see now with the buy round on the side of Global Zipto. Usually they can get pretty deadly here. Now it's going to be a C push for sure. That's a
Show
lot
up.
of people for
Welcome to the
DRX.
live stream, bro.
Quick TP forward here.
Hello, bro. Nice stream. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Back, Paranoia sent out, reveal onto a couple, but they're around the corner and in safety for
You
now.
want help me to
Drone will lead the way,
with
but
a
let's
thanks.
check that close left
Oh,
side.
group. Thank you so much.
For now,
Very.
Aries position a complete
And thanks for
unknown.
subscribing.
As shock darts go flying, recon going to be cleared.
Wish you, bro.
Smoke gets cycled, and ultimately
Wish
this
you
ends up being
speed.
a bit of a
Will you
stalemate.
support me? Will yes, bro.
As only Alexi,
Yes,
the only
bro.
player who's not on the C side
Which
of the
your
map,
favorite
is
team?
the only one who's taken some damage.
तुम्हारी team favorite कौन सी है?
It's true. Trying to
I support
tussle
Global Esports.
against Ache earlier. Now a little bit of a push happening, but there's a tripwire. They might get spotted.
Oh, भाई nice.
Swing out. Only had sights set there on it there. He does manage to find the neon, but Poppy able to go ahead and answer back. Keeps it even.
Oh, भाई
Still
बचिया.
sliding away. Not getting tagged up there by the outlaw.
Quiet before the storm, but there's another tripwire here.
Trip नहीं लगाया उन्होंने,
Be a
अच्छा
bit
लगाया है.
tricky. 30 seconds on the clock.
भाई nice.
It's gonna be knife in hand pushing forward there. Fault line now sent to try to stave them off. King does get the reveal here onto Kelly S. He's tucked back for the moment. Cyber Cage falling, the push coming through time, working against the
Oh,
players.
भाई.
Out looks to be ignored. Flashback to weave that
Oh,
shot.
भाई,
Able
छी,
to find
छी.
Alexi, and with 3 seconds to spare, the spike will get on the floor, but Crystal getting ready to strike, manages to do so. Before they can find their bearings, flashback reposition over here at long.
Man.
Recon and a shock at the ready.
भाई nice
Swings and
peak,
they
भाई
both face at
swing.
the same time.
Double peak.
That is going to be
Best
Global
peak,
Zipto
भाई.
able to get themselves on the board here, not allowing for a bonus conversion, but they do suffer 3 losses.
Yeah, still a bit of an expensive round, but Global Zipto will be happy about that one. It is the 2 perfect agents being left for that 1v2 clutch. You've got
चालू है ना? हाँ, ठीक है.
Sova for that big intel. You've got Poppy as well. Didn't even need to smoke out any sort of angles. They did do the double peek. It was clean overall. The tag team between Crystal and Poppy. Meanwhile, Hyunmin though has the kill contract available. So let's see who's gonna get caught out of that. And I do feel like it might be Crystal.
Deploying drone.
So when it comes into play, just drone over the top for now, gets the spot out.
You and me.
Oh, भाई.
And
अब
okay,
गया.
does get the catch. Granted, bold person to try to go for here. The double tap shield.
Boy,
on, and
nice.
Crystal's able to win out the fight. He's suffering minor damage as well. Stun coming through, and Crystal holds his ground, finds another elimination down to 11. Will eventually be fished out as Athen finds that kill, but now has to tuck back out of the A site. Fully flooded in here from Global Zipto. Stacking it up.
Nice,
now, just 2
भाई.
players remaining from the side of
तगड़ा भाई.
DRX.
सील तोड़ दिया इसने उसकी.
Great stuff by
M तो
Crystal.
है भाई,
Just
M एक नंबर है
trying
M.
to extend the value off of his life, getting 2 before he falls, and even removing
तगड़ा है
the
मैं भाई.
value off of that kill contract. Now they're forced to go to a Cypher-infested site, which is C, so it might not be a fun time once they
2
arrive
बंदे बचे
there.
भाई.
Certainly not. I mean, there's also going to be smoke cycling back up. The fault line has just come through from Kelly S as well.
Trap लगा हुआ है
Fast lane
trap.
still available for an Airy. In all likelihood, Global Zipto probably assuming that this is a bit of a save, but as they push up into the site and clear out these trips,
Revealing area.
they will now become well aware. As clear out on that. Not going to be planted here for long. This is player Alexi, the jump up from Athen, takes quite a bit of damage. And now between the two of them, 60 HP, both down to 30. This would be a hell of a clutch between the 2 players.
Nice.
Spotted. Yomei going to be taken down. Athen now in a very disconnected position. But
टीम अब बढ़िया है भाई इनका. Combination
not
team
planted for them at all.
combination
I
एक
guess it's
नंबर है.
just opting to save and let them defuse. Yep, we'll just do that. And that's going to be Global Zipto tying things up 2-2.
Yeah.
Swiftly recovering and now starting to break down the economy of DRX a bit.
Yeah, quite the expensive round for DRX and opting for a save. Maybe that extra cash off of that plant, but nonetheless, Global Zipto gonna be happy about that one. Hunter's Fury on the side of Crystal, and we know how much he can sort of build up on that ultimate constantly with how much presence he serves onto Haven. And we'll have to see now. Maybe it's going to be a different approach. Maybe the garage stack rush to C might be the entry here for DRX.
I'll handle this. Time to
Okay, Dimensional Drift in play. Cage going to be dropped down, spot out. Onto Alexi, who's backpedaling, joining in with Poppy here at backside.
Nope.
Flash sent. Flash back, exits. And we have a surround here on Kelly S stuck into the cubby, trying to hold his ground, but
पकड़ लिया भाई, पकड़ लिया.
Gaining another one. Loses it to the Hunter's Fury, but flashback now holding here. As that judge comes into play. DRX with a nice fast response. The vulnerable crashes across. And there he's going to be noted as well as Yomi finds that kill.
Nice.
Flashback going to be taken down, but now 2v3. Crystal going to have to do all the work, it would seem, though. Sionmin around the corner, down to 45.
Boy.
Sets a shock that gets him down to 5 now. Another setup avoided.
Nice.
Finds one, finds two, and suddenly the 1v1, but time is working against him. Crystal trying to get a read here. The recon coming through. And he's spotted. Athen
तगड़ा भाई.
catching his keister, sticking out from behind the box. Cleans it up, and DRX will maintain a lead.
Yeah, nicely done by DRX here. Having to get that risk to wrap around garage to get that possible, what do you call this? Possible ruse of thinking that the last player might be from long, as it's planted pretty open. Crystal, it was very, very close, but at the end of the day, Athen, the nice wraparound. There we go. Good dimensional drift conversion off of that round. It seems that plan was very solid. Let's see now. It's going to be a bit of a default here. Might be a slow start.
Overdrive online with that orb take. 2 away from another kill command.
Nice.
Poppy is just killing.
अच्छा भाई Poppy भाई. I'm तगड़ा था.
Not just trying to double face, but end up getting mowed down.
Oh भाई, clean shot.
But it's such a casual one tap. As Poppy picks up a third.
Like maybe round number 4, round number 3, Hyunmin peak perhaps, but does not dare to challenge anymore without a double tap perhaps.
take flight.
Not much else realistically to be done here. Gunman's gonna try to open something up and does get a catch on B. Wide swing out. LES on the floor. Cam gets the spot though.
ओ भाई 3 किल निकाल दिया इसने वहां से.
For the ace. Recon no spot. The question is, Hyunmin, does he try to do anything else? Does he even put himself in a position where he could potentially find this ace? Swings out, shield now broken down. Hearing the neon.
अबे भाई क्या करे?
Just get taken out. Paranoia gonna be sent. Gunman spotted. Killed off. Another ace here in the tournament. This time to Poppy as we get tied up at 3-3 once more.
Crazy
Hey,
stuff.
must shot
Poppy
मारे
has
भाई इसने.
not left his
One tap.
post on top of B. He was just there being that sole guardian by looking out window, and every single challenger that has dared to peek him has fallen, and that's why he's gotten an ace, and that's why it can be pretty scary in situations like these.
I will find
Well,
this goes.
let's see if this is just gonna be some more back and forth here between the two squads. 2 Vandals, 2 Sheriffs, and a Classic across DRX. There's a drone forward checking out this C site, not spying much, but a stack here from Global Zipto. Multiple players in position now. As maybe significantly happier with this grab. Crystal will be able to win out the fight. Athen spring across fully blind. Towards the deep, able to find one, but Harry fills space. Moves up here into the site, and just like that, only 2 players remaining, and the firepower is just not there for them. Athen still with the Classic, but he does manage to have a Vandal at hand. Gonna get cleared out. Lucky to stay alive. Across. Watching out, finding the kill. Gets that neural up ping reveal, and already the spike is being shipped across the map.
I like this coming from the side of DRX, having to gain
Spike ले गए भाई,
access to
spike
that
ले गए
kill,
वो.
gain information, and now it's still a 2v2. And Athen will get Hunter's Fury off of this and play very far for the Hunter's Fury post plant, unless Aneri and Kellyus go through the long angle.
Because of this tripwire clear out, Athen just gonna have to stay tucked here. So we'll just stay stat in sewers. Maybe hoping and praying that no one.
भाई अल्ट भी है उस पे, मुश्किल है भाई ये राउंड निकल जाए.
Aneri's gonna be low on HP. Maybe he'll pick one up in that regard, but it would take the ult out of the equation. No information to work with whatsoever here from Global Zipto. All just about game sense. Trying to assess and figure out where these players are going to be. And there's the Hunter's Fury.
Go, go, go.
And sends it
Didn't
through.
come here to die.
And Neri just cannot get onto this one. Tries to go up for it. Holding for the defuse. Swing onto the corner. The time just right there. Is it? No. Will not come through as Athen is able to take them out.
भाई क्या राउंड था भाई, निकल जाता.
No one survives. In the end, DRX do barely.
अगर उसके हाथ में लगा तो निकल जाता ना वो भाई.
Yeah, quite the impressive step-by-step process. I mean, Hyunmin with a kill contract start taking away Alexi and having to boil it down to 2v2 to get this post plant done with Hunter's Fury to buy time. Off of that, wrapping around for long, despite just being on a classic, DRX was still able to make it work alongside Hyunmin, Athen, and Ache.
ये शॉट भी उसमें ही लगा, डिफ्यूज कर रहा था.
Completely and utterly broke. The team able to stack up much cash. Just like esports overall. We'll see though how DRX look to try to stretch this lead, maintain it, and stop Global from consistently nipping at their heels. They have a decent amount of tools. Rolling Thunder in particular. Potentially a huge one for them.
Stop the entire execute if they're not too careful, especially they have to clear a lot of these traps.
Once again, Global Zipto in a good position. Smoke out into heaven. Should basically confirm it for them. Shield gonna get popped. Staved off here. Wall getting raised, but there's the big reveal,
nice.
and Alexi immediately able to collect two. They're both gonna be taken down. Actually now approaching in from sewers. He's able to find one, but Crystal gets rid of Hyunmin as well. It's just like that. It seems like this back and forth is going to continue. As Global Zipto just 2 kills away from themselves. Here, flashback. Rotating up in towards heaven.
ऊपर देखो रे ऊपर.
Seconds remaining. They would have to get something going here sooner rather than later.
भाई बढ़िया, 3 बंदे हैं, 3 बंदे हैं.
Finding one, but I don't think there's much more that can be done here. Crossfire set up, staring into heaven.
10 seconds left.
As well as the back angle watched here.
भाई क्या राउंड निकाला यार, मजा आ गया.
Maybe gate crash for an exit, but
सेफ राउंड निकाल दिया उन्होंने.
much Global is going to look for the hunt here. But either way, they get their own win. We're tied up at 4-4.
This is so neck and neck. This is
Free
so
का भाई भी आ गया पे.
The big back and forth. Whoever gets that big first blood will definitely turn the tides of a lot of these rounds. And DRX, they weren't so lucky this time, as it was Global Zipto that had the better read onto that A stack. They've heard the confirmation. They've heard everything. And it was just a beautiful scan and a follow-up by Alexi with a double K. And now this could be a repeat of the B push of the 3 members of Global Zipto. Let's see if they're successful this time. Oh, no.
Oh.
Cutting through.
Quick clear there on the cam. Push forward into garage. Yes, rotating around into position. And yep, being spotted. Cam now going to be cleared out on the opposite side as Hyunmin trying to bounce up into window. It's quite a bit of damage. All that basically just to clear a trip. Now down to 47.
Nice.
And an area able to find flashback. Right on the corner. Shield going to be raised. Hyunmin able to find 2 quick kills. Solid enough effort, but down to 7. Between the two of them, 35 HP remaining.
So
weapon scooped up. Ping revealed here on the Hyunmin.
Right.
Shield broken. Crystal just through the corner here of the site. Is able to go ahead and find the elimination. Going out, just pinged out. Lexi on the hunt. Not gonna opt to go for the knife. No cheeky plays here. Global Zipto just running the lead, and they have it.
It has been quite the back and forth for this map in Haven. it does feel like it's just an alternating of scores. We haven't exactly seen a big of a lead
जब मजा आता ना भाई दोनों टीम बराबर की हो
here on the first map that we have.
उस दिन वाला मैच भी तगड़ा
Especially
था
now
भाई
both of these
PRX वही
teams
इन
have
दोनों का
the
था
big
PRX और
firepower.
ग्लोबल का
Although Golazipto has the better ultimate economy at the moment, and they have the better read when it comes to the C stack as well. So this could be an early fight if DRX is not too careful.
Oh, yeah. Could very quickly spill over, having a Rolling Thunder, if not 100 spheres, well layered into this one. Because there's the aforementioned. Athen does manage to fight back in a huge way. Fighting too. Crystal will still clean up
nice,
flashback,
nice.
The 2 for 1.
Archit.
Liking those odds, especially LES. Unable to find the kill here onto Ache. Some damage dealt here onto a couple players, but coming with an opportunity to further isolate and bring this into a 1v1, but now no longer. Crystal strikes, finds the kill, hits the timing, he's on for another ace. Shock dart at their feet, Yome's gone.
भाई भाई क्या गेम है भाई
How quickly this round
बंदा
has
आया
gotten
तो
away
भाई
from
तगड़ा
DRX. Unfathomable. But that's the Crystal effect.
एक लॉन्ग से आ रहा सही है
Menace. Athen drawn over towards garage. The Crystal on the hunt. Fighting back, denies away the ace. Tap onto the plant. Trying to spot out. Slow creep forward, coming through. Peeks back in the garage, but as he double takes, Alexi will strike. And that's going to be Global Zipto now establishing a
भाई क्या गेम
2-round
निकाला भाई
lead,
मस्त मजा आ गया
Yeah, I think this is one of the air quote biggest
Crystal
leads that we've
King.
seen. Usually it has been happening alternatively, but
गेम तगड़ा भाई इसका
the game sense of this player is just so insane. The reads, the darts, knowing where, as this the instincts just operating at full potential, and that's the reason why you get to see Crystal at the top of the charts most of the time. And now DRX, they are economy's not the best at the moment. As we take a look at the tech pause.
All right. Well, had a couple quick ones yesterday. A little bit of a extended one earlier. So let's hope this is more like the former.
Yeah.
Something that can be
technical push
brushed aside here relatively quickly, but yeah, I mean honestly, looking at the scoreboard, it's a little bit surprising to see that Hyunmin is neck and neck with Crystal because Crystal's just been so damn strong. But a testament to that hot start that we had here from the ISO. Crystal, it's just when this guy starts heating up, it's such a terrifying prospect. And it's something that DRX are going to have to try to assess and shut down. Trying to close out these next few rounds.
Yeah, especially once the kill contract is able to get value off of that big first pick off of the map. I felt like after the first lesson on A and getting Crystal, it does feel like the kill contract has been considered in other parts of the map instead, A or B. And now as well, Athen, it's I think we've seen big moments from this player on Sunset yesterday, but we do see a couple of shining moments as well onto Haven with his multi-frags onto the round earlier, and that's the reason why there is that big underspear coming right in. But yeah, I'm really excited to see, you know, DRX, this map has been incredibly close. No timeouts for both teams just yet. So, you know, they're definitely both on the right track.
Yeah, for sure. I think Crystal already being halfway to that next 100 sphere is a scary prospect because with 2 more rounds yet to be played out here in this half, and DRX coming in on a weaker bye, he could absolutely get another one just very quickly back online here. So it's going to have to be a concern that they keep here in the back of their minds. Hopefully the sound of gunfire means that we're getting closer to having this tech pause alleviated.
Yeah, you see the silhouettes jumping up and down. Make sure they're kept warmed up. But yeah, when we look at, you know, this upcoming round, it is in Neri also very close to this overdrive. We get to see Kelly S being a bit quiet on the first half of this map, but already has that Rolling Thunder at the ready as a big just in case, you know.
You know what I think we should do? We should have a tournament. We should have a tournament similar to this.
Oh.
But for like maybe for like 2025 off season, and then we just get to mess and screw around with all the various game modes. So everything's a best of 5, but like map 1 you always have to play like Spike Rush.
अरे क्या हो गया भाई? हुआ.
Escalation.
Yeah.
And you have to win a series while playing those game modes.
I agree. We should have that. A game mode relay. Yeah.
A neat experiment.
Who's next?
Oh.
Okay, flashback, finding the right timing to get the mask on. As coming through, looking for the catch, and then gets an airy. And she can find the elimination. Flashes down here towards the back of side, but that range, that Judge is just not quite going to get it done. Flashback ends up falling. Kelly is able to find Ache. Shorty drawn out. Alexi drops down into the smoke. And immediately, the flood attempt here from DRX.
You
do not break. Global Zipto now up 7-4 with one more round to be played out.
That was just pure chaos, and Global Zipto just thrives in that. You know, the dimensional drift alongside the Hunter's Fury being used by DRX, they were unfazed at all. They were all looking at the right angles at the right time. They were just so ready for that onslaught. And Global Zipto, they want this 8-4 finish on the last round of the half.
Revealing area.
Sewer space take here from Aneri, rushing him down, and Athen immediately out pressured and outgunned. Double tap shield popped, flashback taking some space, peeking over towards that Link side, and Lexi just tucked away. See Link as well. Rolling Thunder online. It's a quick TP.
Nice.
On the spike, but Aneri now swooping around the back, able to find out. Now that neural theft not going to be in play here for DRX. Plan to come down. Still multitude of ultimates to work with here. This flashback will get noted. Rolling Thunder goes across, crashes on the 2. Smoke up to try to peel off some of this pressure, but now Aneri arrives, running all over him. Picks up the 3K. And as the defuse comes in, it's going to be 8-4 at the half. Global Zipto finding their footing and establishing a firm lead.
They came from everywhere. Global
last round है ना?
DRX surrounded. There was Poppy even staying very far back, so far into spawn just to find the A-Link possible lurk. And then they were all towards window as well. So there was really no post-plant position to even be allowed here. It is just crawling with Global Zipto members.
Well, looking dominant all the same. DRX needing to find their footing to bounce back in the second half. We'll see if they can do it when we come back.
इतनी सर्दी क्यों लग रही है यार मुझे?
We are back, and Global Zipto looking good, probably feeling good as well. Up by 4 rounds as we get ready to go here into the pistol. Swapping sides, they'll now take to the attack. As we get a big push out from DRX.
Ooh.
Flashback taking some space here into window, but Cam has spotted him, so he's going to have to go ahead and exit.
Neri a little bit damaged already. Yellow health bar at the moment. Haven't found any first pick just yet, so they've been waiting for a possible push. Now it's been a bit quiet. And let's see, Alexi has been pretty stellar on the lurk so far.
working forward. Huge mass of players from Global on the opposite side here of this garage door. Ache.
Very nice.
Fender and instantly gets flushed out. Crystal snappy to lock on. Cyphers do get traded. It's really both. It's sent,
Nice.
the paranoia across the air, just unable to spot Yomi, so it's an easy collectible kill there within the smoke. Hyunmin able to find one. Crystal going to be put down, but Poppy's still alive. As Kelly S spraying into the smoke, gets a couple straight connections, and it's going to be Poppy to find the final blow. Frenzy in hand here for Athen, a singular shock dart. Can't get the kill.
30 seconds
On
left.
Kelly S is
No.
rotating in. I think they might have spotted each other. The rotation now to counter has been started as they work their way around into B, but Athen in position, noted. Sends out the shock up close, but damage is not found. Noise now cut. Double face, double push out of the smoke. Isolates the first one.
Ooh.
Able to go ahead and swing forward, striking him down before the reload can come in. Global get the pistol and now move up to 9.
Yeah, valiant effort there.
क्या round
on the
बचा है
side of
भाई?
Athen. I mean, it was just so close, but the frenzy, a lot of firepower, but could easily run out of bullets in that big 1v2 situation. Very coordinated alongside Poppy as well, having to lead through that smoke, and now a bunch of bulldogs and a hero rifle on the side of Kelly S. So Global is able to get this down. First to the double digits they go.
Hero frenzy here for Poppy as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not one of the pistols that we're used to seeing carried forward here into an anti-eco round.
True.
Maybe wanted to go on the run and gun.
अभी रिवील आएगा.
Although some attention paid over towards B, trying to just fish and see if they clear out any tripwires that might be set up. Hyunmin jiggling on the angle, going to be spotted out. Opts to back away.
Trying to find these picks all over the place, firing a bit of blind shots here and there, hoping to see if they are able to find a bit of a tag. But no movement just yet. Holding off. It does feel like DRX are in the right spot though. They're in near the same stack as where GEXP is at.
Spot on to one, but the strike is happening elsewhere as the site gets occupied. Slide forward, some shots coming through. Flashbacks able to find one. Alexi going to be taken down. Weapon, though, not in a recoverable position for DRX, so Poppy could just bounce up into the window, grab that for himself. In the meantime, scaling forward, spotting out Athen, clears out that A-Link side. Now the full approach from DRX coming in from C. Breaking the shield. Double tap gone, but Hyunmin still able to find a headshot. Builds it right back up. Fake out gets popped. Flashback pushes forward. Find a kill. Hyunmin turns back, takes out Kelly S, and now it is all in Poppy Chillin. There's just nothing else to be done. A thrifty here effectively for DRX. Maybe not as far as the economy is concerned. The cash invested.
भाई round हार गए.
They are not allowed to go to the way of Global Zipto.
Yep, can't count out DRX just yet. It has been neck and neck during the first half of that big thrifty move. Having to stack on to that C-Link has been incredibly important for them to get trades off of each other, even though it was a good attempt that big post plant come from the side of GEXP. It still wasn't enough. Hyunmin coming in huge on that round.
Fault line out. They're both there. Hyunmin is absolutely pinned into the wall. Comes across to try to keep him safe. Turns from the flash. Looks to try to trade something back, but just cannot survive. Ends up getting open. Flashback in the meantime. Pushes out from Stewart. Finds two. Athen as well. Holds down the site. And this crunch here from DRX in response to the aggression.
उनका सेफ राउंड था इसलिए. बाय राउंड आएगा कोई ना.
The death blender over there at A long after the big sandwich coming from DRX. And the round was just over. As soon as we knew it. They might go for another round here onto A, as most of the attempts has been that constant B and C. They don't have a lot of ults to work with. They're quite close to some, but at least they do have that big firepower. They might want to try again.
Alright, well, into rifle round effectively here. Athen going to be spotted out. Meanwhile, double push up. Alexi leading in the window. The swing up, head gets taken off. Alexi immediately just backing off the angle. Couple shots out, presence there in mid, going to be confirmed. Now things slow down, but That's a nice advantage for Global Zipto to play off of as they look to get themselves up to 10 rounds.
A little scary, 60 seconds on the clock here. They're on the towards the right stack, but triggering the tripwire was going to force DRX onto a rotation. They already had the better idea, but now with 2 left alone onto A, I don't think they can handle this onslaught.
It's going to take some heroics, similar to what we saw in that previous round. Athen able to deliver in a pretty big way. Looks like he's going to be the first one asked to deliver once more. Slide forward, parry, draws down, finds the kill, turns over to Yome, gets the other. Regen shield.
Nice kill.
Health in total. Sight theirs. Money to play with here on the side of DRX, but
healer नहीं है ना इनके में कोई heal देने वाला होता. सामने भी healer नहीं है.
Any kind of stray eliminations, but you can already see Hyunmin rotating over towards B, trying to see if there's any late flanks, see if he can get some kills. As
मैं इसका हम तगड़ा है भाई क्रिस्टल का. बहुत शार्प है मैं.
That's very difficult against 5 players. Pretty much alive and well, full rifle round for them. Able to transition that over to the next. Just full value into the double digits for Global Zipto. And Overdrive, I believe, not even invested just yet. Not even necessary at all. So really good round for Global. And a 4-round gap now between DRX.
Flawless fashion. It's not able to break down that economy even at all. DRX down by 4. Dimensional drift available, but flashback looking like he wants to bring an operator in. Weapon swap perhaps if he wants to try to utilize the ult here.
Yeah, perhaps. It is maybe finding a pick is C clear that I teleport to A. Perhaps could be the play.
Overdrive popped here from an area, taking quite a bit of space. Vulnerable connecting, shield gets cleansed, and Hyunmin eating that damage ends up falling. The aftershock crashes across. Athen going to be good for 1, cannot find the second. Flashback situated here in heaven, going to be a target for that op. The shot goes just a hair to the side. Can't quite make it happen. Dimensional drift now in play. Scouting here for the rest of the team is Yome gonna get timing. Alexi swoops through the cage and cleans up 2 of the remaining players. And now Flashback is in such a poor spot. Doesn't meant to exit out towards safety. Clears the drone, but here comes the flood. We're gonna hound him down. They know that he's weak. They know that he's dead. Crystal able to find another kill here with a shock dart, layering it at his feet, doing some squats, working out the legs. And that is Global moving up to 11.
They definitely Global, DRX rather, that was definitely one of the expensive rounds with that operator pickup. Not getting the best value as Global was able to hunt them down. And again, Alexi with a big jump scares here for the players of DRX, just coming out of nowhere, getting to making that round even more difficult and even more expensive. So let's see, kill contract. We've seen this being played before, getting first blood. Let's see what who Hyunmin picks up.
We'll spam the start, nothing found there. Rolling Thunder online for Kelly S. One away from that neural theft.
Portal closed.
हाँ
When he goes fishing with the
क्या?
I think right now, with the way the Global's playing, you don't exactly have a fantastic target. All of them are fragging like crazy. Maybe scared to be in a 1v1. Ache, though, able to start things off, finding one. Rolling Thunder crashing across, swings out, looking for a little bit more. Put some damage down onto Poppy, but cannot confirm the kill. Hyunmin does mention win out. Kelly S going to be taken down. Poppy is still here, ever present on the site. His orb gets taken there. Pulled off of, though. And it looks like the call to pivot may be made. No, just back out from Poppy.
I know it's
still rotating.
I not heard the
cancel. Yeah.
I thought maybe they had. Seems like no. Athen down on that cross does put Crystal down dangerously low. And shock dart not going to go exactly where he wanted it to.
Backside planned.
Crystal in a vulnerable spot. Widely, Alexi being the bodyguard here to try to keep them contained.
Nice.
In Garage is delivering on that front now. Just down to Yome, and Alexi will be able to find 2 kills. 12-6. Global Zipto looking unrelenting here on Haven.
Yeah, that teleport play coming from Poppy really created that big confusion on the side of DRX, giving them a lot of space to get that plant off of backside and have just free reign of that entire area. Played off of each other. Alexi with the multi-frags as well. Crystal, add that in. The prowess of this player. And look at him go! Another Hunter's Fury available for this possible final round of this map.
Quick clear on the cam. Tripwire set up here by Platt. Mary is waiting. Baits out the vulnerable there from Hyunmin. As Hunter's Fury now opened up Crystal, going fishing, looking for a target. Hyunmin able to dance around it. Keeps himself protected. Let's see who is here in mid. Swing onto the corner. Hyunmin able to find one. Poppy and Neri both going to be falling to the wayside, but Kelly S cleans up too, keeping things as even as possible, but now Alexi is gone. Crystal, so still arriving, spotting out flashback. They're about to align, and he's basically got the collat. Kills found. Walks around the corner here at safety. Goes for the peek. And now it is all on Athen to try to keep them in this game, but he has been darted. He has been noted. And he's about to be fault lined and absolutely screwed. Jumps forward, the footsteps heard, the stun coming through, the flash into the face, and the time is just not going to be there. Playing with their food here are Global Zipto, handing over the kill as Crystal gets the 3K. And that is them taking the opening map. DRX's pick of Haven.
What a finisher of a round. Crystal with the collat, spotting out the two players trying to peek out of garage, and it started off so close, Achilles. It was pretty back and forth during the first half, but once Zipto Global was able to take on the driver's seat, being on that attacking side, it just went towards their favor incredibly well. I mean, valiant efforts still on the side of DRX for the first map. We get to see heroics from Athen, Hyunmin as well with a 4K early, but you gotta hand it to Alexi as well on these mid rounds and clutches, the multi-frags to keep things even and very close.
Oh, for sure. It's just so well done by every single player here on Global Zipto. I mean, Hyunmin looking a lot better, a lot more fired up early compared to what we were seeing yesterday, especially with that Phoenix performance that kind of fell flat on Sunset. Comes in, puts up some really nice figures here on this ISO, but for DRX, they change up the composition, they go a little bit crazy with it. It just doesn't quite deliver, so still a very dominant showing here from the side of Global. I mean, you can see 10 first kills for DRX, but just unable to convert those rounds into wins.
Yeah, it was still quite close during the opening few seconds of these rounds, but Global Zipto, Crystal, again, a lot of the impact that this player does, and especially after the post plant, really is a huge menace. If Crystal doesn't die early, I feel like the round is just tipping over in Global Zipto's favor. But you know, DRX, you could see the attempts, you could see the signs of life at the very beginning, especially having to play off of that kill contract. Now I feel like whenever that's online, there's always a first blood pick in favor of DRX.
Well, now everything to try to bounce back for here for DRX, needing to extend this, but I mean, as we kind of mentioned, they need to come into this and have a dominant win, needed to be able to take this series in truly one-sided fashion. Already dropping this opening map is a bad omen here for the squad, but still have Pearl to try to give us that 3-mapper series here in the stage. Maybe it can happen, but I think Global Zipto are going to look to just have those 2-0s the whole way throughout. Poppy, what a performance. You know, as we have come to anticipate, continues to be incredibly strong here at the Spotlight Series, and you know, given how Crystal was performing early on, the fact that he overtakes him is just a testament to this player's skill.
Yeah, 100%. That big ace as well, from being just having to challenge every single player. Anyone who peaked has fallen in battle on that round. So whether it's on the Astra or in the Omen, he's just super effective.
Super effective indeed. Well, at least one more map to be played here this evening to figure out, you know, what our grand final is going to look like and whether or not Global Zipto will drop a map leading up to it. Pearl's going to be coming up in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere.
6 मिनट मुझ तक में आया। दो जीरो
We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, number one, numero uno, front page in the news, yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym, harder than the rest. Where should I begin? From a little youth, I had a burning desire to be the best. Get no one out my fire. Told me I would lose, that man was a liar. Look at me now, to the top, climb higher. Sky rocking to the top, can't stop it. Must be off your rocker, thinking you gon' stop her. We gon' keep winning, how you gon' knock her? Y'all gon' be sick, no doctors. You better recognize who the winners is. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next. Win is all I wanna do. Work hard, how the dreams come true. Teamwork, make it through. Practice with the crew. I'm a real player, on the field slayer. One game at a time, I'm the hit maker. We will grind all game, I will heal later. Other team enemy, that's a real hater. We will squad up, we will play hard. When the game's on the line, we will stay sharp. We got one goal, we got one chance. We will win every time, we will advance. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, got rockin' to the top, can't stop it. Must be off your rocker, thinking you gon' stop her. We gon' keep winning, how you gon' knock her? Y'all gon' be sick, no doctors. You better recognize who the winners is, huh?
एक मिनट रह गया भाई, बस 1 मिनट में चालू हो जाएगा।
Alrighty, we are back and going into our second map here, the final series of the group stage. Global Zipto, bit of a back and forth start versus DRX there on Haven, but then found their groove and did not lose it. Dominant victory in the end, and now look to punch their ticket undefeated into the grand finals with a 6-0 map win streak if they can close things out on Pearl.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. And it does feel like, based on what we've seen in the second half on Haven, it feels like that's definitely the trajectory they're going. Unless we get to see something incredibly, I don't know, unexpected over here on Pearl. We did mention once we saw the map vetoes, it's one of those maps that feels like you can get extra creative on it. Especially the many iterations of Pearl. It does feel like the map has been benched numerous times and has undergone a couple of changes already.
No, for sure. And I mean, you know, one of the things that we were talking about was Hyunmin. Does he play Phoenix here?
Right.
We already saw Flashback playing Yours, including DRX is showing up to have a little bit of fun and change things up. But Phoenix yesterday, not too great, but Hyunmin does look like he's in a good spot overall right now. So getting him on that pick on Pearl where he can just kind of rotate around, grab these orbs, get those run-it backs available, and basically do his best Jing cosplay. That could be a win condition here for DRX, but we'll have to wait and see what they do have prepped for us here on this map. But it's Global's pick, so already getting the victory there on Haven should be a good feeling for Global, and I'm expecting to, you know, just even more great things from this team as we get ready to go into Pearl. There's a lot of pressure now on DRX if they want to be able to turn this series around. Otherwise, could just be Global getting that absolutely just dominant streak all the way through the grand finals and sending DRX home and setting up as well that rematch versus Paper X.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be extra spicy if we do indeed get that rematch on the grand finals. But yeah, Pearl can be anything. Global Zipta has already practically set the stage for themselves. It does feel like the first half, the pattern is always the first half. It gets a bit too close for comfort, but after that, after they manage to set their groove, download and read a little bit of the movements of the mood of the second half, that's exactly when they try to strike. So defense is going to be starting for DRX first, which is, you know, it can be a bit difficult when you think about Pearl as a defending side, because there's just so many things to watch out for. You could get, you know, completely overwhelmed on one side, especially when we look at A.
Yeah, I'm curious because I feel like if they want to go for the Phoenix, then you're gonna have to have another duelist alongside. Does that fall to Athen, who we saw play Raze on Sunset, or does it fall to Flashback? Because I feel like Pearl still is going to be one of these maps where you pretty much absolutely want to have that Sentinel role covered, particularly with the Killjoy, to still, you know, just have that map control. So I'm curious if they do go for a double duelist setup, who is kind of pivoting into that role, and does somebody else end up filling in the Sentinel position instead of Flashback? Let's go ahead and take a look, though, as Agent Select is ready. And okay, they're still going to be going for this ISO Yoru. Looks like Akshay is going to be the one picking up the Killjoy. Athens sticking through with Sova. Meanwhile, for Global Zipto, we have Kelly S picking up the Vice.
I love this.
Alexi playing Jet. Okay.
Yeah, actually. They're swapping a little bit here, swapping agents a little bit here between Neri. I'm really excited to see this double Sentinel sort of work out for Global Zipto. It's going to be incredibly exciting, especially when we look at, I believe, Poppy's Astra as well can be incredibly deadly. Just a lot of coverage overall. But the Vice, I'm just excited about that one as well, especially you got that ultimate to just deny any of the buy rounds that, you know, anything that the opposition can garner later on. So there's just a lot of avenues of attack for the side of Global Zipto.
All right, well, Crystal, Sheriff in hand. Looks like Alexi going to be going for much the same as they play together over towards B. Ghost across the board here for DRX. Aside from Flashback, it does have a Sheriff of his own. Quick peek out from Hyunmin into mid. Just use that camera nice and early. Whatsoever. Swing out, and Alexi able to win the fight. Flashback going to be shut down off the rip.
Nearly gone. Everything is pretty much scattered for Global Zipto right now. There's just so many angles for them to choose from and causing chaos onto B.
Hyunmin's still able to find one. Crystal going to be taken down, and with the earlier damage there onto Alexi, it's a decent little advantage. As Shang actually just backing off the fight, not wanting to risk it, it would seem. Just flash through, frenzy in hand, put some damage down here onto Hyunmin. Go ahead and find the finisher. So advantage now to the side of Global Zipto as they get the plant through. See how DRX tries to find this retake. Over the top, Kelly is holding close. Tries to retreat the flash.
Oh my gosh, what a...
He is able to go ahead and find 2 kills off the back of that. Athen on their lonesome. On the opposite side, low on HP.
चुप रहो एकदम चुप रहो ठीक है.
Still just a slow creep up. The Gravwell already popped here in advance. Goes for the tap. Really just wanting to try to get some kills. Get towards that Hunter's Fury a little bit faster, but it's just going to be the one there onto Aneri as Poppy will clean up 4 in the round. Goes down to the spike, but Global once again kick things off.
Yeah, 4K building up to that Cosmic Divide for Poppy. Again, his Astra can be pretty mean, and the fact that especially if he's always going to be alive, get that post plant down, that's another layer that DRX has to deal with for sure. Let's see, Alexi does have that outlaw, could be a possible stake out towards the B site, but DRX is aiming for a stack onto A, maybe push mid perhaps and find a pick.
Once again, just clear out. Cam gone, B completely opened up, but rotations coming through. DRX shifting around the map a bit. Drift out through sewers to wrap around here onto the B side. Spike being brought forward. Just here alone in the hands of Kelly S.
They have the right idea, but they're slowly creeping in.
Flashback's gotten in the hallway. Star gets popped. Maybe a steady back away here from Global. Still a good amount of time to play with. So they do not necessarily want to commit to this site, or at least want to try to cut noise a little bit.
Plant the spike.
Slow things down. Here comes through, but all 5 players now clustered up, just trying to cut that noise and instill that doubt here into the minds of the DRX, and it's working out somewhat, but there's still a couple players entrenched here on the site. Now they get ready to go ahead and go for the plant. Vulnerable going to go crashing across. Lexi just holding position as Shock Dart being lobbed in, looking for some damage, but not too much found there. Double push over towards Halls. Kelly is able to stabilize the Bulldog spray. Comes up into his Yomei flashback. Both going to be taken down. Plant now coming in. Time starting to dwindle. Aneri going to get dropped. Hyunmin able to find Alexi, finding Crystal. Looking for a little bit more and finding Kelly S as well to boot. Poppy though, will be the last one standing. Does manage to clean him up, but that's a good amount of damage dealt here by DRX.
Yeah, big damage on the economy. Global Zipto, that was just too close for comfort. They were running out of time. They had to clear Heaven and the Halls player.
रावण बनाया था?
Able to, but just for a little bit,
अच्छा,
forced
flower.
the plant. And as well as Hyunmin with a
अच्छी
lot
बात
of
है।
these sheriff kills,
अच्छा।
just dealt a lot of work against that economy of Global Zipto. Now they're forced with a bunch of sheriffs on their end, but
जब ये
Steel
खत्म हो
Guard is
जाएगा ना तब देंगे
available
तुमको, ठीक है
for
हम?
this round. So if they see it being
12
winnable,
पे आ जाएगा ना
they'll
तब
take away
देंगे।
all the weapons after that post plan.
On both sides as the recons get exchanged. Someone already popped here from Alexi. Needing to go for the peak sooner rather than later, but now it will be expired. Crystal, however, able to find one as the sheriff shot connects right there onto Athen. Clean between the eyes, flashback similarly tagged down to 45.
भाई एक बंदा गिरा दिया इनका। Nice.
From Ache, nice timing, gets the catcher onto an area as they try to go forward the clear on the turret. He peeks for a little bit more, but Global Zip don't have their sights set on Art once more.
Quiet before the storm. There is that star available, so they can't exactly rush unless they kill Yome. Oh, Steel Garden.
Garden pop, looking to take the weapons away. Everybody far enough back, disconnected away from it. Managed to hold on to the weapons. Gentleman now pushing forward, pushing it, clips onto one, pushing forward, but Poppy able to put him down. Kelly S. Similarly finding flashback as this round starts getting away from DRX. Two-man advantage now here in the hands of Global Zipto as the Cosmic Divide gets called in. Realistically for Yome Ache, two players joining in alongside the triple core here from DRX. How do they try to get themselves back into this? Quick clear on that turret. Nothing of note going to be found. Yome finding one, Ache getting another. Start finding their way back through, but the flash connects.
What?
Kelly S maintains their life.
Oh, भाई nice.
Follow up. A fantastic round here from the newly crowned IGL.
क्या राउंड निकाला है?
As Global Zipto get themselves a bonus conversion, 3-0 to start.
मजा आ गया।
Get two free rifles in as well. It started off really rough, but using that Steel Guardian to create space instead of denying weapons. Nobody was actually tagged there from that garden. Instead, it was just plain beautiful sheriff shots from Global Zipto, mainly between Poppy and Kelly S. They were able to secure the site and able to maximize these plays. And now it's a 3-0 start. Now it's back on the eco for
जीतनी ज़्यादा जीत जाते हैं।
Slowly looking to see if they can try to make a sheriff rifle purchase work out here for them. Get themselves on the board.
गेट लगा देना गेट।
Now just dropped in a neutral position as see leading the feet in towards Art. From Athens, scout in towards mid. Trying to spread that down through double doors. Only catches a glimpse onto Crystal though. Nothing much else noted. Turret cleared. The chase coming through.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha right there mid jump as they try to exit. The retreat is not allowed. Flopper's thrown down, but even with the kill, Global Zipto, they just pump the brakes, they slow things down, cutting that noise, instilling that doubt once again, making them think, is this going to be a pivot to that B site? Thrown as well from Crystal in mid, hoping to lead to that conclusion. Now the A site opened up as the stars get placed.
They do have the right idea, though. They're coming back right on A after the noise has been made.
Being planted. Sounding gets shifted over in towards dugout. Thorns coming up. They'll make cut off here for the moment. Alexi just around the corner holding the angle. It's gonna be Yome able to find the headshot there first. Strikes him down, but Kelly S still alive over at Art Stairs. Elias keep them in with an advantage. Athen, Guardian in hand, able to find one. It's eliminated, uses the high pen. Flushes out an area, but now time's starting to dwindle. Crystal at the ready, pushed away for the moment. The grab well, dragging them off is now Crystal and Poppy coming up with one, and Athen just does not have the HP to survive. 4-0, 2 weapons carried over. DRX.
क्या राउंड निकाला भाई।
To get a thrifty win.
There's a lot of really nice moments from the side of DRX here. Yome's pick off from the Sheriff.
भाई तगड़ा ऐड है भाई इसका पापी
Getting the
क्रिस्टल
kill
का
onto Neri, but Poppy's post plan is always going to be a definitive problem for sure, especially if he's one of the last players alive from Global Zipto.
9-0-4, another just deadly reign of terror here from Poppy. As Alexi waiting to go on a flashback forward, looking for the flick, can't quite get the adjustment, but also isn't going to be taking any damage, so it's away scot-free, but some space conceded here. Alexi actually looks like go for another repeat. Yeah, actually poking back out. As flashback will just jump away with the gate grab himself. Elusive. Hyunmin swoops through, and they're going to be taken down here at Art. Kelly's needing to reposition, given that he's got the spike in hand.
A little bit difficult. There's just so many utility that they haven't flushed out away from DRX just yet, but Crystal evening out the numbers.
Catch him there at Hall. You know, that player gone. B needs to be reinforced. Still, you have Alexi pushing forward, looking in towards that B site, trying to draw some further attention towards it. While Yome, astral form on the opposite side of the wall here, looks to try to retreat, gets spotted out, but manages to draw it down. Doesn't manage to get rid of Poppy, so Raid Ball's down, but Kelly's still here. Scoops up the kill, now just one away from the ult once more. Hyunmin situated at dugout. Ult at the ready, could even just pull them off the plant. That could basically be the round over here, as there's just 11 seconds remaining. Ult gets sent, there's the pull through. Spike drops, Crystal able to go ahead and recover that one, goes for the plant now. Wait for the covering fire with Hyunmin winning out the fight, the push forward. Crystal fighting back, finds Ache, and Alexi gets it on top of Hyunmin, knowing exactly where he was going to respawn. 5-0 now. Global Zipto continue to run away with this, and the economy in the dumps here for DRX.
They even get an operator for this round, and attacking one at that on the side of Alexi, but it felt like the puzzle pieces were in place for DRX. You got Hyunmin getting the killer contract on the board, getting that kill. Ache with a very long flank from Art. They didn't even see that coming, but after getting that additional kill to create that big 2v2 for the side of Global Zipto, just created so many avenues for them to just really make that a win. Now Global Zipto has Steel Garden. They have the 100 Sphere as well for post-plant. They are playing for time constantly. It's coming in close, and Neri even dealing first blood.
Right here. I mean, flashback clearly just getting clipped. I know it. Retreating into the A site there through a smoke. Shock dart. Not 100% certain where that one was landing, but either way, ping reveals go out off the neural theft. Lexi holding here. Op shot. Not going to connect. Backs away. The rest of the team still encroaching here on the site. The slow approach coming through. Crystal able to find one. Ache going to be taken down. Athen tries to hold the line. A couple shots through, but just getting whittled away at from every which way. Hyunmin arriving. Does manage to clean up 2 quick eliminations here for them, but suddenly Yome is the last one standing as the spike gets planted.
Spike planted.
Forward here as the team gets fanned out. Up. Getting closer. Lexi able to line up the shot. 6-0 now.
This is complete domination coming from Global Zipto, and they haven't been stripped off of their economy just yet. It just keeps on building and building, and a very understandable timeout from DRX, especially they've got 3 big ults and a buy round coming in on round number 7 that they need to stabilize and strategize, see how they can break Global Zipto's momentum here.
That is the question that's been pondered by every single team in this tournament. Global has just been able to go on tears every single time they get warmed up. And it hasn't taken them very long either in the series played so far. So a big task, already surrendering 6 rounds to this squad on the attack. It's a brutal task to try to turn things from here. Let's see if the timeout call assists in that endeavor at all.
Yeah, it's
just gonna be more pain on the opposite side.
Yeah, they still need to bait out that Steel Garden for sure in this upcoming round. or else they might find themselves, despite it being a buy round, it will be back to an eco temporarily. We get to see Hunter's Fury as well. A lockdown in the Cosmic Divide to deny any sort of aggression. And I mean, Global Zipto, they've been playing for time. They've been extending the timers, playing a little clutchily. So perhaps they can take advantage of that and slow things down.
Double push up in with a main swing on the corner. Lexi going to be taken down. They all line up. The flashbacks will find a second, but Crystal Poppy still alive and fighting back. Last two players now left here. They look to work their way forward into the site, but already the three remaining players from DRX stacked up, shield raised. Push coming through. One of them going to be thrown out there here onto the wide angle, but Hyunmin will be able to collect them both. So DRX finally break this win streak and get themselves on the board. Another kill contract built up off that double K here for that 2K here for Hyunmin.
Beautiful time out there inside of DRX, and it all started with everybody lining up as Flashback and Yome get these important frags, and the almost transfer by Hyunmin. And just as you said, important ults now online. They didn't even need to invest the 3 ults prior to round number 7. Still gotta bait out a couple on the side of Global Zipto though. But would it be the stack? Would it be Global Zipto playing for time again and being a bit spread out and defaulty? Maybe.
Coming, quick peek into mid.
Yep.
Crystal on the floor. High value target to find off the rip. Mary, though, creeping forward. Goes ahead, finds her second elimination. As Yome caught just peeking in towards A main. Gets taken, but widely. Global Zipto just wanting to grind things here to a halt. Slow things down. Keep it nice and quiet. Cam gets a spot out. Knows that there's going to be a little bit of a heftier presence here towards A.
Get to see the pings. They do want that A hit. We've already got 2 players attacking Art, so they overwhelm Hyunmin, or he activates kill contract? No, he can't.
So they're gonna try to, but yeah, will just get overwhelmed. Not really no damage taken either. Is now ult gonna be coming through. Steel Guard and try to zone them back, steal away the weapons, but won't be able to find any there. Mask goes on, flashback, chasing forward, scouting things out, and for now, that's gonna be Kelly S held in position. Flashback. Catches him just staring at the wall, just Blair Witching it in the corner. Suddenly, Cosmic Divide now going to be coming through. We go into the 2v2. Hunter's Fury called in, gets the tag, looks for the reposition here. As the spike got planted, lockdown now, however, invested. Ajay looking to zone them back. It's a big pull away here from Global Zipto, having to respect this. Wrap around in the meantime coming through, or contemplated there from Athen, but opposite dip back through to Flowers. Push forward. Athens somehow winning the fight down to 30 HP. Recon spotting nothing. Tap on the spike. The swing out and Athens gets the headshot. A lot having to be invested, but DRX will be able to go ahead and clinch themselves a second round win in a row.
Yeah, it's that dimensional drift. It makes me wonder if the wall-facing thing might be a dodge the flash as the dimensional drift was about to be unleashed by Flashback? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean that has to be the blame. You know, just
Yeah,
trying to play
that has to
anti-flash,
be.
but anticipating it's going to be a second flash coming their way. Instead, it's a fake out. You get out of the dimensional drift. 2 quick kills, or
that
something else a little bit more sinister was at play here. As we do have a tech pause coming through.
Well, those are really... I mean, so far it's been pretty doggone wood short. I see some pings already, you know, raring to go. So have you drank your water, Achilles? Well, I have drank my coffee. I have not drank my water. But for those of you that are watching, please drink your water. We're currently looking at the tech pause expiring now as we're back in the game real soon.
Okay, looks like we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So all's well now.
Yippee!
Can get things underway. But yeah, let's
Get out of my way.
hope that that doesn't happen again, and that everything's gonna be fine. And knives pop here for Alexi, and she's dead.
Hyunmin has been on
quick shutdown.
fire. Yeah, every single time. Pink gets a kill. First blood didn't even need kill contract at all. Just building toward. Actually, he's been keeping that quite a while now.
Has had it in the back pocket, and likely not going to need it in this round either. Oh, never mind. Goes ahead, calls it through. Kelly S going to be the one getting grabbed up here. Swings out wide, and will be able to find the punish on the Hyunmin. A potential window back into the round.
Right here.
Moment DRX fully fanned out. Poppy slow creep out, peeking in towards B long. No one nearby to be spotted out, however. As a push up, point blank, Crystal able to get the jump. Actually going to be taken down. Now a 3v3.
Big kills across the board here for Global Zipto, and now they have full control onto B, but the spike can go elsewhere.
And again, their choice of the map here. Yome, a lot of pressure about to be on her shoulders. Recon going to be dodged, swings out, trying to get the jump, trying to find the surprise, but Kelly S just a little bit too fast. Comes up with the goods, and now it's all on Athen in a 1v3.
It's just so much. There's one wrapping around. There's one guarding flank. We'll see what the call is going to be. Might be an attempt on a clutch, but for this angle, it's just so difficult.
Spots out one, and there you go. Just the re-swing off the flash. Kelly S stopping DRX here in their tracks as Global Zipto get themselves up to 7. 3 more rounds to be played out here in the half. DRX desperately needing these.
Yeah, now they're back onto the Sheriffs. I mean, we've seen big Sheriff shots by Hyunmin before. It is a possibility that we might see another Thrifty. They're able to replicate what they've done on the stack onto A main. But Global Zipto, on the other hand, they've got other plans. They're hovering over to B this time, and I feel like the bet could be right.
Quad push. Moving over here towards B. Jiggle peeks out. I'm able to catch a glimpse, spotting at least 2. As it looks like Global Zipto not going to be overly dissuaded here. Still taking their time with the creep up, but not really backing off. DRX have pivoted 2 more players into position. Hyunmin arriving here alongside Flashback, reinforcing this spot. Wait and see what the go button ends up being here.
No more thorns.
Nebula gets repopped. Flashing back, flashback, able to find one as Lexi's going to be taken down. Kelly S able to find one. Athen pushes up into the smoke, but Kelly S is just destroying people at the same time. Comes up with 3. Athen with the weapon recovered, gets another, but now it all comes down to Ache just now arriving here on the B side. 38 seconds. Plenty of time to fool around with here for Global. But Spike in their sights. Got to clear LOS onto this one. Likely just going to have to be the double face into it. They swing out, making sure that it just did not have an easy target. And that is going to be Global continuing on their merry way. Now 8 rounds locked in.
That felt like so doable for DRX. The fact that, you know, Athen was playing around the smoke earlier, managed to get a kill off onto Poppy. But Kelly S really made that round incredibly winnable. With the multi-frags, with the constant trades, having to extend his life, and even build up to a Steel Garden coming through this round 11. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, it's the 3rd one in the first half. It's crazy.
Real performances here. Attack op in hand here for Alexi. Forward, flash at the ready, catches a glimpse there, tucks over to the side. Somehow Flashback comes away with a kill on the Kelly S instead of the enemy jet. And at the same time holding the opposite door. And we'll just go ahead and back away as a little bit of noise gets heard.
Time to jump.
Drone at the ready, but it's going to be the dimensional drift here from Flashback. To scout further, 2 players spotted. Waiting, flashes being sent. Fake out going through. Alexi, Poppy both going to fall to the wayside as Athens able to find the kill. Crystal off screen, pushing up towards B. Does find one, but hell of a lot more work to be done.
One enemy remaining.
Contact push up. Hyunmin wins the fight. And Harry on the opposite side of the map, able to find the enemy Yoru, but now has to try to work through 3 more players. Should be very well aware that, I guess that's it. Yeah, the spike was going to be watched, but wasn't quite prepared for Hyunmin. Just squared up there inside of the attacker spawn. So DRX, they find a third.
Nicely done by DRX here. Again, the constant first blood that Hyunmin and Flashback are doing outside the doors honestly has been incredibly effective, and you know, they've managed to gain control and sprawl across spawn, which makes things so difficult for Global Zipto to sort of recover after doing that default. So it does seem that they're going for a different plan in mind. They're not going to go through a strong, or maybe investing more members onto mid and hover the players over there. Let's see.
Gunman trying to find a timing, but eats a lot of damage. Re-swing out from Ache as well. Similarly, going to be shut down. Poppy find that kill. Top is Alexi. Gunman taken down to a sliver of HP, and the counter swing from Poppy is able to go ahead and confirm the kills. Hunter's Fury gets opened up here by Athen. Desperately hunting, fishing for any kind of tag that he can get, but all of them have been evaded. Crystal now with the plant, going to be one away from a Hunter's Fury of his own. As the stars get situated, DRX finds himself very much on their hind feet.
Yeah, that post plant is just disgusting. You've got the wall, you've got Poppy still alive pretty much for the gravity well as well.
Do have a Cosmic Divide. Finding an opening kill before investing that would feel a hell of a lot better, but now the backside flank has been opened up. It's no longer safe to try to commit any of these ultimates, and Yome is going to be pinged out, noted, walled off, and taken down. 9-3, Global Zipto. Well out to a firm lead once again here, up by 6 at the half.
Yep, and they have been winning these pistols constantly, but that's on the attacking side of things earlier on. Really excited to see how heavily fortified their defense is going to be. But first, let's go on to a short break.
Alrighty, it is now time for the second half of Pearl, 9-3. The scoreline here for Global Zipto. As DRX gets ready to go on the attack. Needing to find a pistol here to try to turn the tides.
They're hearing a lot of footsteps.
Quick little exit. Mary does eat a bit of damage. Still want to go back in for a repeat here, but will ultimately decide to back away. Kelly is able to find one as Poppy gets traded out. Yome coming away with that kill. Spot out onto Hyunmin. Breaks the shield, but Neri eventually does get hounded down. Crystal, however, Sheriff in hand. Tucked away. Finds the headshot. It's a break of that shield as well. Now, sent scattering just a bit, but Crystal's going to be the last one standing. They have his position noted. Flashback trying to recover a Sheriff. Ends up falling down. Crystal just a bit too clean with it when he's alive. Global Zipto still absolutely have a chance to close out the round.
No.
Spam through Athen. Lucky to get away. Down to 31 HP. As the recon goes up over the top, but double stack directly on the right-hand side. Finds the first, isolates it. Does he read the approach from behind? No, he does not. Does damn well. A solid effort, but Anche will get DRX the pistol round win.
And it all, the story started again very similarly to the first half. It's Hyunmin with the opening pick, a bunch of attack coming from Art as well. And despite being separated from his teammate at Art because of the Vice wall, nonetheless still able to, you know, chase off Neri over there onto water and just open things up a little bit more for DRX to have full control off the map. Same story can be said, but let's see though. I see a ping onto Cubby, Alexi. Let's see if the spot's gonna work out. Nope.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Well, now somebody flushed out into the open, taken down, double tap shield, regenerated. And that's going to be the go button here for DRX on the site. Gets the spot out onto a Neri rip before the Nebula ends up getting popped. The kill closed out, shield still intact. Hyunmin finding himself another. Oh yes, eventually will take him down with the classic from across the way, but might just end up being the only casualty suffered here from the side of DRX. As a Crystal this time around only has a classic in hand. We'll give a shout out here to his new home, his new org. Even though the bundle's not available.
Yeah.
Portal closed.
It's gonna
Should just
die
be
to the spike.
Death by spike.
Yep. No one's near him.
Rushi gives him $10 every time he
inspects the weapon. True.
Just racking up cash. It only counts if it's on camera. Well, we'll just be the disconnect here. Well, there's another $10.
Oh, throws it away.
And there you go. Will die. And DRX get the much-needed start to the half that they were looking for. 2-0 now moving forward into their bonus.
Yeah. I love the fact that DRX is doing their, you know, due diligence. Not every corner is going to be safe in every single round. Every single corner must be checked. And they were able to spot out a possible deadly corner that Alexi was trying to set up here. But this time it's going to be the bonus. Let's see how Global is able to take this back. Close to the double digits, but DRX is really fighting back here on the attacking half.
Recon sent out over the top here.
Nope.
Well, that's not where that was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Ends up in Narnia. And as the drone gets cleared, Alexi going to be spotted, but Hyunmin gets taken down, not swinging out with that double tap shield activated. As he does fall. Quick jiggle peek from Alexi, confirming further presence here on the site.
Nope. You have to see on the opposite side, actually triggering a lot of these traps.
Enemy mark.
Ready, tailwind popped here by Alexi. Gets the ping out onto one in the meantime. A little bit of a walkabout as Shay scouting in towards Art. Poppy waiting back. Ready to try to spring the trap here. And there, some decent damage down, but not able to win the fight, nor is Poppy here. So some kills opened up. Map now very much exposed here in their favor. But Kelly S finding the flash, gets the kill. Actually going to be taken down. Spike still being brought back through the attacker spawn with 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds left.
If they go towards A, that's going to be a bit of a dicey situation, but I like this call very much. Not as trap-infested as the other site, but Alexi's still pretty much lying and waiting there on halls.
She is Crystal as well nearby. Recon, shock dart at the ready. Just ready to come through, but Flashback finds the timing, swings the corner, catching her off guard. That's going to be the fake out. Crystal turns from it, spots out one, turns from the follow-up. CP gets used into the hall, goes flashback, and Crystal ends up getting taken down. Athen able to find that kill. Kelly S now the new IGL. For the team, trying to see if he can do anything, but as he hits the floor, his corpse will stay there. Yomi goes ahead, takes him down, and now 3 rounds separating as DRX convert the bonus.
Yep, the high risk, high reward play there by DRX, having to just cut noise and clutch, and made it to be in a very narrow time. And I feel like, you know, it's understandable why Alexi wanted to rotate already. It's just a long walk from long. But DRX really played their time super well. And now, kill contract available again. Hyunmin has been killer whenever he's able to activate that ultimate. So we'll have to see where it's going to be used first. Might be at B.
knows that they're going to be against a weaker buy. Could just go ahead and help ensure player advantage here off the rip. And for now, Alexi not giving them any notice to her presence, just backs away. Looks to rotate around in towards tower. Kill contract goes in. Meantime, Harry finding a catch. Ache going to be taken down over at mid. There's going to be a weapon recovered. Gunman will get the kill, repop onto the shield. Poppy at the same time going to be taken down as Yomi finds the elimination. And DRX gets the spike planted. Double entrance position here over at Halls. Drone to scout that out as, the TP in. Harry just then finding Anthem, but can't quite manage to lock down the kill on the flashback. Crystal, however, absolutely does. Finds them both, cleans it up. And in thrifty fashion, that's going to be Global Zipto getting themselves back on the board here during the second half, reaching double digits.
Crystal, every single time when it matters, truly brings in the clutch and a thrifty at that, just as you said. The sheriff shots were just so nasty. Let's take a look at that replay again. This was incredible from Ineri to find the lurk, just open up the map entirely. They had to invest more members. And look at the flank, and that is how Crystal is able to clean up Slane.
Yeah, just a casual day at the office there for Crystal.
Yep.
Wide smile on his face. 2 ults apiece. Hunter Sphere on both sides. Dimensional Drift available for flashback.
Who's next?
LES ready to take some weapons out of hands as Dimensional Drift comes through. And DRX quickly start making their way in towards this A site. Hunter's Fury opened up, looking for the hit here on the Poppy. Dodges out that second pop, and now flashback jumps out of the Dimensional Drift and is able to gun down two. Poppy Crystal both hitting the floor. Kelly S able to find one. Snaps on for the second. His flashback will fall. Let's get pinged out. Swings onto the corner and cannot find the third. A little bit overheat perhaps, but now Alexi arriving. Catches Athen asleep at the wheel, trying to push over towards Flowers. Crossfire set up here from Ineri. There's Alexi. Flushes out Ache as well. Yomi swings around the back, tailwind over to the side to safety, and Ineri will be able to find the other. Huge round here from the 2 remaining players. The girls get it done, and Global move up to 11.
Yeah, that was such a crazy angle. We've got, Ineri lying in wait and Alexi with the big 2 kills as well. They were definitely have massive coverage of each other at the right spots on this site. Kelly S also with a big double kill. And at the end, there was just so much to look at. So many angles to choose from. And the Zipto girls were able to bring this into an 11-6.
Yes, this should do.
A great bailout and one that very much breaks down the momentum that was building from DRX. Economy kind of down to its last leg. A couple players could be able to afford to buy up a little bit should they lose this round, but yeah, also be giving over
my eyes are down.
Match point here to the side of Global Zipto. So DRX at all costs need to avoid that. Need to find victory here in the round. Double push up out of A main. Ache able to find one. Crystal equalizes it though. A 1-for-1 exchange at the end of it all.
So many ultimates to bait out though if they want to be successful.
Wall gets popped. The flash is hit onto all of them, and Kelly S just can easily collect. Reads the push here. In towards mid, in towards sewer. Creeps back, finds the third, and now it's just Yome left to try to survive for 50 seconds.
Here.
Time ticking away. And oh dear God, the ping is out. The knife drawn, ready to drive it. They want to try to go ahead, bait the eyes forward, make sure she is not paying attention. And there you have it. Alexi drives it in deep. Yome hits the floor.
Oh. Great knife kill to take it to, match point here for Global Zipto. And honestly, they're feeling it. Kelly S over here on art just...
Sorry.
How could you not?
Sorry.
What are you apologizing for? Maybe that was an apology to DRX.
Yeah.
Because, it's one way to inflict a final blow here. And do some mental damage as you get yourself up to match point. Final timeout call will be made for DRX. They need to pull off 6 rounds in a row to get this into overtime. I appreciate that they're giving it their all. Granted, at this point, they are mathematically excluded from the grand finals. wanting to put on a good show, wanting to put up a strong performance. Timeout will be called to see if they can turn things around a bit.
Yeah, it does feel like, they were able to, scatter the position of Global Zipto a few rounds ago. But just as you said, the momentum has been broken a little bit here after, the clutch of Alexi and Aneri. But you get to see very strong lurk from Ache from time to time. Flashback and Hyunmin, doing back-to-back first bloods across the map. They might try to replicate that over here on B as they hover around here.
See, pushing forward aggressively, leading up over the top, gets the glimpse, gets the kill. Yome taken down. The immediate exit comes through. Alexi able to get out to safety as Crystal just plays distract with that Hunter's Fury. Damage does not get spotted, but they have a decent read here in the position of Alexi, but she's still able to find that follow-up shot. Tuck away from Crystal, peeks back out, ends up getting gunned down. Flashback comes away with 2, now into a 3v3. As Aneri looking here at Link. Poppy just behind. Swing forward, Hyunmin, good for the shot. Gets the goods. Kelly's now arriving here on the site. Alt at the ready. Do they commit? Flashback in a deep position. Swing forward, turret placed. Hyunmin swings. And that is going to be DRX answering one back. Some solid shots there from Alexi. Unfortunately, the only kills found for Global. DRX, they hang on.
Yeah, really great timeout conversion there. Again, Hyunmin in flashback. The back-to-back multi-frags here by both of these players are doing a lot of work, and now another kill contract coming their way. Dimensional Drift as well to inflict some chaos on towards Global Zipto. But just as you said, great effort by Alexi. Even having a secondary operator for this, just gonna try to keep that in their back pocket. But if DRX goes to A, that's where Kelly S is gonna be staying.
That's exactly where they're heading, but they should be able to figure this out given that the dimensional drift is in play.
It's you and me.
He's coming down, gets the spot out. Kill command coming through, gets the drag. Poppy brought forward. Hyunmin instant with the headshot. Doesn't even give him an opportunity. Crystal, however, is still here, and Yomi's going to be taken down. Flashback, however, in the sight. Points back a bit. Takes down Kelly S. Hold it here at Art. Immediately the kill coming through. Alexi firing one past Hyunmin. Is able to find Flashback. But Hyunmin still pushing forward, still shoving them away. This neural theft is going to be invested in. Alexi actually wins that fight. And Neri cleans up Athen, and just like that, it's all over. It was looking so damn good. Hyunmin going on a heater, flushing them out. Trying to chase them down, but somehow, some way, Alexi managed to win that point-blank fight with the op in hand. Another 2-0. Global Esports are going into the grand final completely and utterly undefeated in maps.
Uh-huh. This is definitely the path that they were going for, the trajectory since day number 1. And of course, can't forget another clutch by the Zipto girls, Alexi and Aneri at the very end. But as we take a look at the highlights, it was just complete domination. Get to see moments from Kelly S on the Vice as well. It started off a bit even here and there, especially when Hyunmin and Flashback get these early kills, but a dominating start coming from the side of Global Zipto, especially once they do their post plan. It does feel like it's the round's basically over.
Well, some signs of life, some decent fight here on Pearl, but ultimately Global Zipto still just looking so damn strong across the board, every single position.
तुम लगा लो, हमको पता नहीं है कौन सी है. नेट चालू तुम लगा लो भूल के.
Last map of Pearl.
लगा लो भूल के.
And they're still able to have
हमको नहीं पता कैसे.
fantastic performances. Crystal continues to be the raid boss of this tournament. Sheriff, rifle in hand, doesn't matter. Hunter's Fury even.
चलो गाइस, अभी मिलते हैं 8 बजे फिर से अपन. देखते हैं क्या खेलेंगे, आरपी खेलेंगे या फिर ऑनलाइन.
Crystal needs to be feared.
अच्छा लगा तो लाइक करो, शेयर करो. भाई आज फिर से 2-0 कर दिया भाई ग्लोबल ने. और हमारी फेवरेट PRX ने. चलो गाइस, बाय बाय.
Want to be eye to eye with Kelly S here, and of course Hyunmin, you get to see some moments from him, but at the end of the day, you get to see the Zipto duo just deal a lot
मजा आ गया भाई आज ही. मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूँ भाई.
of this map.
Well, I mean, Similar stories compared to what we were seeing in the the previous series there with
चलो गाइस बाय बाय,
Zeta.
मिलते हैं अभी थोड़ी देर में 8 बजे तक।
His first kills, but converting those into wins is proving to be ever so difficult. I mean, 11 to 9 in that regard.
क्या बताऊं ढूंढ के?
इसमें ढूंढ के बताओ आप, नहीं तो मेरे को भी ज्यादा, मेरे को बहुत टाइम लग रहा है। नहीं तो मैं अपने आप ही खेलता हूँ, खेलता हूँ। दादा खड़ी हो, मैं तो खुद ही खेलता हूँ।
नहीं पीसी में नहीं, मोबाइल में खेल लो। पीसी में नहीं है, हटा दिया हमने, हटा दिया पीसी में से। पीसी में खेल ही नहीं पाओगे तुम।